BBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Hang on, I'm just looking for an aspirin. I've been alright, I've just sat down, I've got a headache. Hang on, let's do some of these.
Go!
There we go. Let's do this one. Oh no, not that one.
Key.
There we go, and whatever happened to Archie?
Truthfully, it gets up my nose.
Who knows? He may no longer... Archie, if you're listening, could you give us a call? It's a new phone number, you probably don't know it. Hang on a second, this might be Archie. Hello, line 1, is that Archie?
No, Greeky Lion.
Ah, Greeky Lion, yes. OK, so he's well. If anyone knows where Archie is, 0845 60 973. It's just a telephone number to call us throughout the evening. It's Monday. Are you ready for another week, kids? Shall we begin the week? Shall we? Shall we?
Do you want a paracetamol?
Have you got some?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have this one. Let's go nuts. Let's go nuts, shall we? Let's start the week then. Woo! I'll take this phone call then, shall I? While Chris is messing around as a pharmacist. Line 1, he's on the wireless, isn't it?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you Mr. Lee?
Anthony. I am on top of the... I watched 3 films this weekend. 3 films.
They were called?
One of them was called The Heartbreak Kid, starring Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
One of them was called 28 Weeks Later.
That's a good one.
Yes. Another one was called Bullet in the Head, John Woo. A little bit disappointing. Some good bits in it, but a bit...
What's the best one you like, Ian?
Well, I liked... 28 Weeks Later I thought was brilliant.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It was very... Oh, thank you, Chris. I don't need water because I'm not a lady, but I'll have some anyway. I thought... There's some calls there, Chris. Could you do your job and take them?
Alright.
Yes. I thought 28 Weeks Later, the sequel to 28 Days Later, the zombie movie, was very, very scary. Very scary
It was
indeed.
really good, wasn't it?
Better than the first one.
Yeah, it's good though, isn't it?
Mm.
So how was your weekend, Ian? Was it alright?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Had a brilliant Saturday. What did I do Saturday? Right. Saturday I had a Japanese lesson.
Oh,
Hang on, let me try something. Hang on a second.
Okay.
This is tricky for me.
Okay, take your time.
Kono chukaku ni yubinkyoku ga arimasu ka? That means, is there a post office near here?
Well done, Ian.
Yes, thank you. Or you could say, what could you say? Yubinkyoku wa doko ni arimasu ka? Where's the post office? This is what you say. So that was good.
That's cool.
Then we went and saw The Heartbreak Kid, the new Ben Stiller film, and it was quite funny. I thought he'd stopped being funny and was making rubbish films, but it actually made me laugh. It made me laugh out loud. And I'll tell you something, Anthony.
Yeah.
For the first time ever in my life, I went and sat in the, sofa seats. They've got seats.
Are they?
That are like sofa... They're sofas.
Yeah.
And I sat in the sofas. I was having a right old cuddle up. We all sort of like legs out, legs stretched out,
Yeah, relax.
big bag of pick and mix, stuff in our faces. It was like being at home, but with 25 other people in the room with me.
Was it relaxing though?
Very relaxing. But there weren't many people there.
No?
I wonder if cinema is dead again like it died in the 80s. There was no one there.
There's not that. There's been quite a few things, but not too many good ones, has there? Like.
But this is the second day, I think, of this film being shown. First or second day. Ben Stiller film, big film. It's so big, Anthony, they're even advertising it on buses. That's how big it is.
You do get sometimes, don't you, like on the top of the buses.
On the top of the buses. You know a film is bad if it's being advertised on a phone box. If any film that's on a phone box, do not go and see. It's a load of cack.
Because that's the cheapy way.
I could afford to get 100 phone box ads around London. Anyway, so but there was no one in the pictures.
Apart from 25 people and you.
Me and 25 other people. If that
many is it?
Well, we can ask people, can't we, Anthony? If you're listening, listener, and you go to the cinema, how many people were there with you? I bet not many. 0845 6060 973. I've done a topic. I've just done a topic like that.
Yeah, lovely. See how many calls you get in.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing my phone number like. Do you ever watch Jeremy Kyle?
And yeah, I do. I like watching.
I'm obsessed with it now. I'm obsessed with it. I Sky Plus it now. I
It's
Sky
brilliant.
Plus.
I watch
Oh,
it
that's
every morning.
So this is how he does the phone number, right? Give us a call. It's 0845. It's 60 973. He says it's in the middle. Why would it? Give us a call. It's 0845. It's 6060. Why are you saying it's in the middle? We know it's part of the phone number because you've started it by saying give us a call on. It's 0845. It's 6060973.
Just say it normally. Like,
Just say it normally, Jeremy Carr. What an idiot! But he's a genius at the same time.
Yeah.
So Saturday, I've not even. Oh, so we went to the pictures, came back, watched the last 2 episodes of series 2 of Lost.
And you like it?
Oh, I love it. I've seen it before. I loved it. Then in the evening, we stayed up extra late and we watched the spooky 28 Weeks Later.
And you go to bed then?
At about 11:45. It wasn't that late. But we were tired. I was tired.
You had a good weekend.
I had an excellent week. Anthony, can I ask you, how was your weekend, mate?
It was quite good, thank you.
Nice.
I played football in the morning.
Did you win?
Yeah, we won.
Good lad.
5-1.
Yes.
Got a winning goal.
Yep.
And then I went to see my cousins in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah?
And in the evening, just stayed at home on a computer and did mine and usual stuff, really.
Bit of what? Well, Anthony, listen, it's good to get an update on your weekend.
Okay, can I ask you a quick question?
You can ask me a quick question, mate.
2 questions. Hello to LBC listeners, by the way. Do you know how to transfer MP3 files to, where is it now? All media and Wayne sound files?
No.
Okay. And I don't know if you were in, but just wondering if you do want to come to my birthday soon.
When is it?
You and Chris can come, no doubt. It's February the 5th.
It's when?
And February the 5th.
Now, isn't it funny Chris, listen to this. Anthony, ask Chris.
What?
Hi, Chris, you alright?
Yeah.
Go on, ask Chris.
Just wondering if you and Iain Lee would like to come to my big birthday on February the 5th.
Now, before you jump to your natural reaction, Chris.
Yeah?
I was going to mention the other day, we should start going and I was going to mention this after Wayne invited us to his birthday.
Oh, Wayne, yeah.
We should maybe go to some people's birthday parties.
Okay.
Can we?
Yeah?
And record it, obviously.
Yeah.
And make a nice 3-minute package.
Yeah.
I think that's quite good. Actually, we can't say yes. What day of the week is it? Saturday.
I think it's Saturday. I'll check for you. I'll probably send you all the details and that. I'll have a look first.
And Anthony, I can't say yes.
Yeah, no.
But I'm not saying no at the moment.
Yeah, it just depends on what you're doing, innit?
Yeah, it does depend. But yes, Chris, you're gonna.
What's the theme?
You choose.
Good question. Well, no, we can't choose. It's your birthday party.
I'll see what happens.
I'll see what happens.
I'll have a think anyway.
Can we have a swimming party?
A what?
You could do. You could have 2 rooms in it separately, and then you could do if you want.
All right, Anthony. Well, listen, thank you. It's very kind of you to invite us, and we will certainly think about it.
Have a great show, and I'll probably call you in a few days' time.
All right, Anthony. Take care, fella. I meant to mention this the other day, and I wish I had done because then we could have gone. But we should go to people's birthday parties. I felt really bad we didn't go to Wayne's.
Of course we should.
And if they're nearby and we're free and they're on a Saturday night, we should pop along for only half an hour or something, 20 minutes, and in and out, and record it.
And you can't be offended if we choose not to eat the food.
Yeah, exactly. It's a brilliant idea, isn't it? It will be brilliant, I think. I got really excited about this the other day when I thought of it, so that's cool. Anyway, so if anyone's got a birthday party on a Saturday, and let's just line one, have you got a birthday party coming up?
It was my birthday yesterday.
Oh, we missed it. Then give us a call. 0845 60 60973. It's Dave.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, Dave.
I thought you might like to know that Archie rang in Friday night after you went home.
Oh, what, to Chris Hawkins?
Was on Hawkins. He did mention that he usually rings you.
He's not called me, so he's alive and well, is he?
Well, he was on Friday night.
Oh, God, who knows what happened over the week? Well, that's something, because he's not called me for ages. And there's no reason he should do, but, you do sometimes wonder...
Yeah, that's right, a regular call. You get to miss them, don't you?
Yeah, you think he might have slipped over in the bath or something. It happens to all of us at some point.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, he was alive and well on Friday night.
David, what was he talking about?
He did mention that he usually rings you.
Right.
I think Chris Hawkins was trying to get him to play something.
No, that's Charlie.
And... Oh, is it?
You're thinking of the old fella that plays on the pretends to play on the piano. Yeah, that was Charlie.
I thought that was Archie.
No, that's Charlie, another old fella. It was okay. So Charlie's alive and well, but we're still looking for Archie. Dave, no, thank you for calling in. But we'll keep an all points bulletin for Archie.
Cheers,
mate. There we go. 0845 60 60973. So far, cinemas, birthday parties, and old callers. It's time to get the travel news. I don't know. I'm doing that. Voice is going nowhere. It's Joyce, is it?
It's Joyce, yeah.
Until when?
Until 8.
Oh, God.
But I've saved something very special after 8 o'clock for you.
Oh, it's not... who's that lady I used to pretend I liked? Don't say her name. Don't say her name.
Okay.
She's the... is it Amanda Redmond?
No, it's not Amanda.
I don't like her.
The other one.
Oh, the other lady. No, not Hakea. He's not back.
No, it's not Hakea, no.
Nicky Salmon?
No. Try again. You're nearly there.
Oh, no.
Yes.
God. Heaven preserve our souls. It's Karen Mercer from 8 o'clock.
It is Karen Mercer from 8 o'clock.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's a pleasure. Park Lane has 2 lanes... Sorry? Park Lane has 2 lanes blocked southbound outside the Hilton Hotel following an incident earlier on there. Still looking quite slow around Hyde Park Corner. Delays around Victoria as well. The traffic lights are not working properly on Vauxhall Bridge Road just by Rochester Row. And Southampton Row is still closed northbound between High Holborn and Vernon Place. The roadworks causing delays around the West End there still. Elstree Way in Boreham Wood is still closed both ways between Manor Way and Newark Green because of the roadworks. And that's just been closed in the last 15 minutes or so. And the A40 looking much better now heading out of town from Greenford towards the Target roundabout in Northolt after an accident earlier on there. And of course busier around White City and Shepherd's Bush for the QPR match, which kicks off in about half an hour's time at Loftus Road. On the tubes, delays on the Bakerloo line, and a reminder the Victoria line is suspended after 10 o'clock this evening. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in 15 minutes.
LBC 97.3, Alison Bell. Now you can hear more of her weekday afternoons.
If the boss is breathing down your neck, if the kids are driving you up the wall, if the traffic is a nightmare, if the one person you can always count on lets you down, and if nothing you do seems to help, maybe I can take your mind off it. Hey, things can only get better.
Alison Bell, now from 1 till 4, weekday afternoons. LBC 97.3.
Time can seem like an eternity when health's involved. That's why the Urgent Care Centre at the private Princess Grace Hospital provides a walk-in service for minor injuries or medical emergencies. No appointments needed. A doctor will see you as quickly as possible. Standard initial charge £100. The Urgent Care Centre at Princess Grace, close to Baker Street Tube. Open 7 days 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Last patient seen at 7:30 p.m. Over 18s only. Just walk right in. Visit urgentcarecentre.co.uk.
LBC 97.3. Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Close that. So the mouse doesn't work, and the keyboard doesn't work either on this computer. Oh no, the keyboard does work. All right, well that's. Oh, and the mouse works now. What happened there? Flipping it. What a dive, dear Richard Parks. Please pull your finger out. Get a new computer for the studio. Thank you. Lovely. Right, it's the G-Man.
Hey, G-Man's on the wireless again.
So I forgot to say, Anthony, that on Sunday I played.
Oh, he's a legend, isn't he, Anthony?
I played over 3 hours of Halo 3 with my good friend and compadre, Agent Chris. We did a cooperative match.
Oh, it's good, the co-op, innit?
We did the story mode, yeah.
The co-op's good, innit?
How far have you got on it?
Oh, good, pretty far.
We're further than
5 of us done it.
We further than that.
Tonight, do you want to co-op?
No, I don't want. No, because I'm doing the cooperative with my good friend and compadre, Agent Chris.
But he's rubbish though. It's rubbish. What's it called? The game we used to play?
Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six is nothing to go by.
Yeah, I decided.
Pretty slack with the shooting.
I've decided I don't want to play Halo 3 with you, G-Man. I'm more than happy to play the Rainbow Six.
You got bullied.
No,
oh,
because you and
you
your
got
friend.
a bit bullied though.
No, because you and your friends are idiots.
Listeners.
I'm going to cut you off.
Ian started.
There we go. Right. Okay. It's Morel.
Hello, Ian. How you doing?
I'm all right. It's going to be a good week this week.
It is?
I got a sofa bed delivered today.
Oh, wow.
So I got a sofa bed, right? And it's the tiniest it's from John Lewis, the tiniest sofa bed that they've got, okay? Mm-hmm. Just to go in the spare room. We're going to get the spare room all done up. The spare room is going to be a games museum.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to have, like, old computer consoles in there, like Commodore 64, Dragon, SNES, all of these things are in there. Anyway, so the sofa bed came, it's a tiny sofa bed. Mm-hmm. And the fellas got out and they looked at because they've got to get up a flight of stairs. They looked and went, oh, dear. I said, is there a problem? He said, well, we'll have a go.
All right.
I said, well, you mean it's going to be a bit tight? Well, you'll be lucky. You'll be lucky. I tell you what, mate, we'll have a go. We can't say fairer than that. They got the sofa bed. I thought, Well, it'll fit up there easily. It was so tiny. And they're looking at the door, and I said, if you need to, I can take the door off its hinges. You know, I've done that before to get big stuff through. I can take the door off the hinges. We can get. Well, we'll have a go. We'll have a go. I don't think it'll get through the door. It certainly won't get up the stairs. Well, they did it really, really easily. They did it in like a minute. It wasn't even close to touching the sides. They said, right, what room is it going in? I said, that one there. They looked at the hallway and the door. They went, mate, we may just have to leave it here. I said, well, can you have a go? Well, all right, mate, we'll have a go. And they did it easily. There was no trouble at all getting the sofa bed through the front door, up the stairs, down the hall, and into the room in the spare room. There was not a problem at all. It fitted. I could have walked between the door frame and the sofa bed. There was that much room. So why is this? Is this what delivery men have to say every time? Just because they're, I don't know, a little bit lazy?
No, this is service. This is British service for you.
Oh, crikey, here we go, yeah.
See, you always moan, and you might have handed them a fiver.
I'm not going to hand them a fiver.
Well, they don't know that.
Well, they said, oh, you're that bloke of the telly, aren't you, mate? I said, yeah. I said, oh, you do that stuff with June Sarpong. I said, well, they didn't. They said June. I'm assuming they mean June Sarpong. I said, well, no. Anyway, so...
Sorry, I was listening to that. So you got your sofa bed, which...
I've got the sofa bed is in there. I do want to know, though, if anyone has dealt with delivery men. If you're a delivery man, is that the usual thing that you say, oh, I don't know about that, it's going to be a bit different? Because I just thought that... I have had a huge American-style fridge freezer up through that door, which is like 8 times the size of that. They managed to get that up. You will get that. I could have got that sofa bed up there myself if I wanted to.
You know, it's seriously, Ian, before I say what I wanted to say,
yes,
it's just who you get.
Yeah.
It's just who you get. It's like a life, isn't it? If you get someone that's helpful, you're fine.
Ooh.
Anyway, listen, serious question.
Yes.
And this is for Chris as well, and all the LBC producers and presenters.
Okay, yeah.
Why do you always think if anybody's going to send anything in, it's going to poison you, right?
Yeah.
Clive and Bob missed out a couple of years ago on a death by chocolate cake that I made.
There's
I
the
had
answer.
sent up there because they weren't near.
Yeah.
Okay, and then he heard them saying they never eat anything, they throw it away, and he brought it home. I gave it to a local radio station. So what is it? Why do you think everybody's going to poison you?
I can tell you the answer to that.
Go on, then.
There was a famous, and this is a famous incident that is in radio folklore, and I heard about this before. It happened at this station, coincidentally.
Are you being serious?
I'm being absolutely serious. I'm being serious. And it happened at this station years ago, but I heard about this when I used to work at a radio station in Milton Keynes. This is how widespread it is. The famous Mike Mendoza donut incident of 1986. And this is absolutely...
I knew you'd won.
No, this is absolutely true, Morel. Honestly, I promise you. Mike Mendoza, big, fat, rubbish presenter who presents on some...
I don't agree with that at all.
Well, he's big and fat, and he's rubbish.
No, anyway.
So, who's on another station that's rubbish. And anyway, he was sent some donuts with jam in. He ate them and was very, very ill and had to go to hospital. Now, that is a fact. If you don't believe me, you can phone up Mr. Mendoza on Sport Talk and ask him about that. That is an historic fact.
You've been absolutely serious.
I am being... I 100%... My hand is on my heart, literally, as I'm saying this to you. That happened. You can ask Clive. You can phone up Mendoza and ask him. It's a true thing. And he got really badly poisoned and had to go to hospital. He was there for about, 5 or 6 days. Oh. And as a result of that, it's kind of the unwritten rule, you do not touch food that's been sent in by a listener. It's called the Mike Mendoza... Well, we call it the Mike Mendoza donut rule. It has... When I heard about it in Milton Keynes, it was called something like Mendoza belly or something. It's got different names wherever you go, but, it's a fact.
I never know whether to believe you or not.
Phone up and ask Clive Ball this evening.
Oh, it's no good asking Clive. He'll just go along with you.
No, all right, phone up and ask Mendoza whenever he's on. He won't go along with me. He's got no beef with me.
Okay.
Do you think you can do that for me?
I think I can manage that, Ian, yes.
Okie dokie, and of course we all know, of course, that...
Mike Mendoza is afraid of Iain Lee.
Who is Mike Mendoza?
Exactly. Morel, thank you very much for that. True story, ladies and gentlemen, it's a true story. 0845 60 60 973 is the telephone number. Let's go to Kevin in the Beckenham. Hello, Kevin.
Hi, Ian.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm in a good mood, which is unusual for me. Normally, I'm manic depressed. But today, I'm feeling sexy. I want to hear you say my name.
Iain Lee.
Oh, it works. Cool, blimey. Thanks for that.
Ian, look, you're learning Japanese.
I'm trying.
I've got a Japanese car, and I haven't got a manual for it.
Right.
I've got this little sign that's come up on my car, and on the top of the sun visor,
Yeah.
there's a description in Japanese of what that sign means.
Okay.
If I take a photo and text it to you, can you give me a translation?
Can you email it to me?
I can.
Email it to me, and I will. Email it to me, and tomorrow I'll bring in all my Japanese books, and we'll work out what it says for you.
You're an absolute star.
That's a promise, Kevin. So, Iain, IAIN, at lbc.co.uk.
Yep, no worries.
Cheers, Kevin.
Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
There we go. Well, it turns out that me learning Japanese is not just self-indulgent and boring for you, listener. It's useful. If you've got any Japanese words that you need to be translated, baby, I'm your man. I know that Yubinkyoku is post office. Eki is station. Takushi is taxi. CD player is CD player. Basu is bus. So I know many Japanese words. It turns out I'm very useful. 0845 6060 973 is the telephone number. So far, we've mentioned presenters being poisoned. We've mentioned delivery men. And is that generally the way it goes? Have you had anything delivered, Dion, where the delivery guys turned up and gone, ooh, I don't know, we'll have a go, but I don't think it'll get up there?
I had a 3-piece suite from IKEA.
Oh, yeah.
And I live on the 3rd floor of a block of flats at the top.
Oh, dear.
And they brought it up, no problem. And it was a 4-seater settee as well.
I booted, this is absolutely true, IKEA, great shop. I kicked, almost literally, the delivery man from IKEA out of my flat. I told him to get out of my flat and never come back. Because they were going to deliver on a Sunday, right? Sunday, and I think the delivery time was between 8 and 6. So that's a 12-hour window. It would be between 8 and 6 on a Sunday. That is a 12-hour window, right? So that's a big... no, it's not 12 hours, it's 10 hours. That's a big window to have, a 10-hour window. I'm not finished. By 6 o'clock, they still hadn't turned up. So I'm phoning up, what's going on? Where is it? What's going on? Oh, it'll be there. They turned up 9:30 in the evening. So that's 13 and a half hours, right?
9:30 in the evening.
Thank you, sir. They turned up, and I said, where the flipping heck were you? Didn't say that. I said the word. Where the flipping heck have you been? Oh,
imagine.
We were a bit busy today, a bit short-staffed. They said we had a flat tyre. I said, you're lying. You're just lazy. And then, I can't remember what they were delivering. I don't know what they were delivering. Anyway, they got it in, and they said, where do you want? I said, just put it there and get out of my flat. They went, what? I said, just get out of my flat. All I want is that, and I want you gone out of my flat. I was furious. And they said, don't speak to us like that, mate. And they started getting a bit funny. The big fellas, two big fellas, started getting a bit funny. I said, I'll get funny, mate. You've had a 10-hour window. You muffed it up. You're 3 hours outside of that window. Get out. So they started effing and blinding at me. So that as they went out, I slammed the door. And as I shut the door, I went... I said a lot of swear words in one sentence. A lot of swear words.
Yes.
To the point where they then came back to the door. It's a glass door. And they started banging on the door saying, open up, mate. We want a word. At which point I went, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. And then I ran upstairs and hid a little bit like a girl would have done. I was cacking myself. Anyway, Dion, what was your point? OK, excellent. Well, we'll get to the rest of that excellent point after the latest LBC 97.3 news.
Where does your front door lead? It could lead to this. Or even this.
Good evening, sir, madam. Your usual table on the terrace?
You see, using the value of your home to finance your investments is just one of the strategies that's helped thousands of Inside Track's customers build substantial property portfolios and create more than 200 property millionaires. To find out how, just call 0870 124 4613 to go to a free introductory workshop from Inside Track. It's the start of a program to help you get the best out of property, whether that's buy-to-let, buying a second home, or even a third. How to find them, how to finance them, buying off plan, how to negotiate discounts. Over 100,000 people have already attended free workshops from the UK's leading property education specialists. Join them and see how doors open for you. Book now. Call 0870 124 4613 or go to insidetrack.co.uk.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
It's 7:30. I'm Holly Holland. The Old Bailey's heard about the moment Jean-Charles de Menezes was wrongly shot at Stockwell Station. An undercover surveillance officer told the court how he pinned the Brazilian down on the tube train, while other officers shot him 7 times in the head. The court also saw CCTV footage of Mr. Menezes being followed down the escalator to the platform. The TUC says talks aimed at resolving the postal workers' dispute have ended without agreement. It means we're facing more problems with our post as a rolling programme of strike action has been announced. The walkouts will take place at specific sites throughout next week. Police have arrested 4 people following an anti-war march through central London. It comes as the Prime Minister's announced he's more than halving British involvement there, reducing troops from 5,500 to 2,500 by next spring. And a film about Bangladeshi life in the East End has picked up 2 awards at a French film festival. Brick Lane, which is based on Monica Ali's bestseller, has won the Audience Prize and Best Screenplay at the Dinar Film Festival in Britain. In London's weather, a cloudy, misty night ahead with lows of 13 degrees Celsius. Right now we have 15 in Acton. And tomorrow, heavy rain on the way from the west in the morning, but it should dry up during the afternoon with some sunshine. Highs of 17 degrees. With LBC, it's 7:31.
This is Alan Joyce in the LBC 97.3 travel centre. Well, it still looks very slow on Park Lane heading southbound at the moment because of an incident just outside the Hilton Hotel, and there are still lane restrictions. It looks as though the bus lane is closed and also the inside lane for the main traffic as well. Do add your updates if you're there. It's been on the go for a little while now. 08000 68 60 80. Southampton Road is still closed northbound between High Holborn and Vernon Place. That's because of those major roadworks around the centre of town, so it is busy around the West End. And Elstree Way in Boreham Wood has been closed both ways between Manor Way and Newark Green, and that's because of roadworks, and that's the main route really that takes you from the A1 into the centre of Boreham Wood, so that will cause big queues. Ferry Lane in Rainham is still closed both ways after a fire just by the scrapyard at Coles Harbour Lane, and the traffic lights are not working on Mile End Road just by Stepney Green. Latest on the tubes now, delays on the Bakerloo line after a signal failure at Charing Cross. The Hammersmith and City line has delays after a signal failure at Hammersmith, and the Victoria line will be suspended after 10 o'clock this evening for engineering. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in 15 minutes.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
OK, now you may have heard me mention in the first half hour that on Saturday evening I stayed up till 11:45 to watch the excellent film 28 Weeks Later, which is the sequel to the pretty good film 28 Days Later. Now, I was just speaking to Chris, and Chris said, "Oh, well, Chris, tell me what you just told me. Tell the listener what you told me."
Well, earlier in the office...
Yes.
Paul Ross...
The excellent Paul Ross, I'm a big fan of, although I'm going off him right now. Go on.
Yeah, that one. He gave me, very kindly, gave me a copy of 28 Weeks Later.
OK, the sequel, the second one.
And I said, Ian's just seen this weekend. Do I need to see the first one?
Yeah.
And he said, no, you can just watch the second one, and it's fine.
But, Paul Ross, why are you lying to a young man like that?
Well, first off, how come I had to give your producer a copy of 28 Weeks Later when you're not sharing the love and giving him your copy?
I got mine from Blockbusters!
You got it 3 nights, you could swerve it onto a mate, sorry, you mug. Secondly...
Of course you have to watch it.
All you need to know is illness, zombies, coming back, killing you. You think they're all gone. Oh, no, they're not. Here comes the sequel, more zombies.
No, but you need...
Listen, you don't need to see Frankenstein to enjoy Bride of Frankenstein. You don't need to see Dracula to enjoy Scars of
You
Dracula.
need to see Godfather 2 to enjoy The Godfather.
You're not really comparing like with like, though, are you, Ian? Are you really saying that 28 Days Later is the equal of Godfather 1 and 28 Weeks Later is the equal of...
What I'm saying is that these two films, they carry on. You need the first one for the second one to make any sense at all. And my producer is a simple lad.
There are no characters from the second film in the first film.
But there are zombies in the second film, and you don't know how they became zombies.
Listen, there are zombies working in LBC Towers.
Hey.
You need to spend all your time there.
Tell me about it. And
so you seriously saying then, OK, out this week on DVD, no doubt I'll have to give your producer a copy of that as well, Van Wilder Party Liaison 2. You don't need to see Van Wilder Party Liaison 1 to enjoy the beauty of Van Wilder Party Liaison.
They've made a sequel to Van Wilder Party Liaison?
Basically, it's bosoms, thongs, and a bulldog that eats horrible cream cake. That's all you need to know.
Can I ask, Paul, sorry, why is my producer getting all of these freebies and not, I don't know, me?
Well, basically because he came to me, he had tears in his eyes. Welsh tears in the chin, it's a bit like crocodile tears. And he said to me, I never get this is meant to be Welsh, not kind of any kind of East European accent. I never get nothing nice from May or presenter. Paul used to be so good to me when I worked with you on Saturdays. So he begged basically. So he's getting, but mind you, if you think Van Wilder Party Liaison 2 is some glory gifts, then God bless you, matey.
Paul Ross, listen, thank you for that.
Bless you.
Cheers, fella.
You need to see 28 days later to enjoy 28 weeks.
Right, go away. He's lying. Don't listen to that. Of course you need to see the first one in this instance.
So which one am I watching?
You're not watching the one he's given you until you've seen the first one.
All right.
Because someone just phoned me up. It's actually got me quite angry. Paul Ross, film critic. How does he get his name? He gets his name on posters, doesn't he? This film's brilliant, Paul Ross.
I think you just ring up and ask.
I think he just writes them himself. Can we ring up? Let me say something about what film? All right, The Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, it was pretty good, actually. Iain Lee.
Gotta say something better than that.
All right. The Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, I had a good time. It was all right. Iain Lee. That'll do. Phone up Ben Stiller and ask him if that'll do. Can someone back me up on this? I know I'm speaking to a minority here. If you've seen 28 Weeks Later, but not the first one, did you understand it without the first one? 0845 60 60 973. Paul Ross, of course, is on Mondays. Has he started doing Fridays yet? It's all very confusing. He will be Mondays to Fridays, 4 till 6:30. So I've got indigestion. Sorry. So that's good of him. But he's totally wrong on that one. Dion, have you seen 28 Weeks Later?
No, I haven't.
It's a good film.
What's that about?
It's about zombies.
No, I haven't seen it.
I've got hiccups now.
I watched Godfather 2, though.
Well, it's good, isn't it, The Godfather 2? Better than the first one.
It's the best one out of the series.
The third one is absolutely awful.
I think I've seen it, but I didn't take it in.
I couldn't watch it all. It was
But
rubbish.
Godfather 2 with Michael, where he sort of come out of his shell.
I don't remember it that well enough to know anyone's names, but yes,
His brother got killed in it, didn't he?
Yeah. Anyway, Dion, what did you call in for to LBC 97.3, home of London's biggest conversation?
To say how long my days are going since I finished work.
Everyone doesn't know this. Dion was a spy working for MI6, and he's retired. Quite a young man. You're still, 48?
48.
So, yeah. And you're finding out that when you retire, time goes slow.
Yeah. I'm glad LBC changed their scripts at the weekend.
They changed their scripts, did they?
Yeah.
He's gone. Now, we didn't cut him off, and I'd like to know what he means by their scripts. What scripts? We got script, Chris. We got scripts that I'm missing. Am I missing a script?
Didn't you read it for tonight?
Oh, nuts! Zainab.
Hello.
Hello, Zainab.
How are you?
I'm in a really good mood today, and that's unusual for me. So
no, it is actually.
Let's make the most of it.
I started listening to you for the first time last week, actually, and my husband and I were driving somewhere. I can't remember where, and he put it on, and I was quite surprised, pleasantly surprised.
Why?
How funny you were.
Did you think I'd be rubbish? Why did you think that?
I just didn't know you very well, but now I kind of have got a picture in my mind of who you are, and yeah, you're quite funny.
What do you mean you've got a picture in your mind of who I am?
As in, I didn't know who you were. My husband was trying to explain to me who you were.
How did your husband?
You're quite famous.
No.
Semi-famous.
I used to be semi-famous about 4 years ago, and now I'm nothing. I was nothing then, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so
the reason for my call.
Yes, Zainab.
Back to your original point before, with regards to decline of cinema and how not many people go to the cinema anymore. I absolutely disagree with that.
Okay, go on.
Well, I live in Canary Wharf, and I go to the cinema in West Indian Quay probably once or twice a week. So I'm crazy about films, and it's packed all the time.
Oh, really?
Especially when a film's opening, it's literally you're standing in the aisles and there's no seats and it's just always packed. Yeah. Which cinema do you go to that's so empty?
Well, it was the Muswell Hills. Oh, hang on a second. Let me just is that Paul Ross again? Paul?
Christian, hello, mate.
It's Iain. You're on the air. Paul?
Hello, Iain. Is it you again?
Yeah. What do you want?
Also, I'm calling because I also gave Christian a copy of the rather good thriller Perfect Stranger starring Halle Berry and Bruce Willis.
That was rubbish.
Bye.
Bye. Has he been drinking? Right, well, Chris,
Strangers was rubbish.
Chris, I want half of the films that you get from Mr. Ross from now on.
Do you want 28 Weeks Later?
I've seen it.
Do you want the other one?
Well, no, Zainab says it's rubbish, so I'll just have a tenner, please. What?
It's really not that great. There's like a whole anticlimax, and then it's so predictable. It's not that great, trust me.
What? Should we see how many times Paulie Rossi calls us up tonight? I reckon he's going to be on about another 5 times at least. I do like him. He's a nice bloke, Paul.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. So,
anyway,
well,
the cinema I go to is
yes.
packed all the time. I absolutely refuse to believe that, people have stopped going to the cinema. But maybe because, people are downloading films and stuff. Maybe that's why.
Well, I went at 2:15 in the afternoon on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, that's a bit random. That's like people that have got nothing to do would go at 2:15.
But it's a Saturday afternoon. I still thought it'd be quite busy on a Saturday.
No, Friday evening and Saturday evening, the cinema's absolutely packed.
I wouldn't
People
know.
normally have stuff to do on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh, like what?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice. It's nice watching the film in the afternoon.
Like having a line from the night before, maybe.
Well, it's nice watching the film in the afternoon. You come out and you still got right. It's 4:30. What should we do now?
Yeah, no, I agree. But anyway,
Yes.
You watched the new Ben Stiller film.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet, and I absolutely love Ben Stiller. So
I love Ben Stiller, but I thought he'd been off the boil for quite a long time.
And he's got grey hair in the film I've seen.
Yeah,
right?
now, this is interesting. Is that his grey hair, or has it been dyed to make him look older?
I don't know, because it makes him look really old.
But he's supposed to be 40 in the film. That's the big thing.
He
Is
looks
he's 40.
about 50.
I mean, I quite liked him with grey hair, but although there's one scene in it where his hair's really, really grey, the makeup people have obviously got it all wrong, and so he's got really grey hair. But the rest of it, it's quite grey, and I couldn't work out if that's really his hair.
I don't think it will be really his hair. Like, in the space of a few years, you don't just, wake up one day and just go grey, right?
No, but supposing he'd been dyeing his hair for the last few years. I'm 34 and my hair's going grey.
Oh, is it?
Jimmy Carr dyes his hair.
Are you single? That's probably why you're always
Excuse
haven't
me?
got a good woman to look after
I've got
you.
a very good woman to look after me.
Have you? Then you shouldn't have grey hair.
Well, how does that affect your hair, the colour of your hair? I thought it was genetic.
No, it probably is.
It probably. But yeah, it's. Do you know what this is? I thought the Heartbreak Kid I thought it was very, very funny. I went thinking it was going to be rubbish, and there were quite a few laugh out loud moments.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I recently saw. I watched it. What was it called? Knocked Up. I thought that was hilarious.
Locked Up. What's that?
Knocked Up.
Knocked Up. I think it's Locked
Yeah.
Up. Oh, with the Batman gets the lady pregnant and stuff.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
I haven't. Is it any good?
Oh, it's brilliant. But it depends on what kind of humour you're into. If you like the whole kind of American Pie type of humour, then if you like that, then you'll love it. There's one scene where him and all his friends, he goes to his friend's house and he knocks on the door and they all answer and they've all got pink eye and it's really great, but it's really funny.
Well, Zainab, listen, thank you for that.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
On that note,
On that note, she was bonkers, ladies and gentlemen. What a fruitcake. 0845 60 60 973. Big bag of pick and mix we have. Pick and mix. £7.50 though for pick and mix.
Didn't you spend 12 quid on pick and mix once?
Yeah, I did. I once, it was more than that, it was about 16 quid. I once spent so much money on pick and mix at the cinema in Camden that lady. There were these two girls beside us. It was me and a girlfriend at the time. There's these two girls, and they were about 13 or 14, right? And I spent. It was closer to 20 quid actually. It was about 20 quid on pick and mix, and the girl behind the counter couldn't believe it. She went, "Wow, that's a record." I said, "Is that the most expensive pick and mix you've ever had?" He goes, "Yeah, it is." And so I turned to these 13-year-old girls and went, "There you go, girls. That's something to aim for, isn't it, eh? The world record for pick and mix." And they looked at me and thought, "Who is this dirty old man trying to chat us up?" I wasn't. I was genuinely impressed. I'd had a record for pick. I love pick and mix, man. Although the pick and mix selection was very poor.
Do you get a plaque on the wall for that?
No, you get nothing. I even phoned up Norris McWhirter, Guinness Book of Records, and I think he was dead. So maybe he wasn't. Anyway, it's Simon in West Norwood.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, mate.
Well, I was just ringing up about this not eating stuff. I was in the Rocky Horror Show in '91 at the Piccadilly.
Oh yeah.
And we weren't allowed to eat anything they threw at the stage.
Who else was in that with you?
Tim McNerney started, and then Tony Head took over. Aid Edmondson played Brad.
I think I came and saw it with Tony Head in.
Well, there you go. Well, I was Eddie and Dr. Scott in that.
Oh, well, there we go. I would have seen you then. Yes. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
And it was just they throw all sorts of things at the stage. You know, like bits of toast. And I'm not allowed to say the product. But
did you say toes?
Toast.
Toast. Ah! Okay, sorry. I thought, I had a hideous image.
Bars of various confectionery that I'm not allowed to say, apparently.
Mars bars.
And?
Yes.
He says a line which, paradise will be mine.
Bounties.
That's right, all of those kind of things.
Yeah.
All of those things used to be thrown at the stage. And they used to pick them up every night and put them in a big black plastic bag.
And eat them or throw them in the bin?
No, they had to throw them in the bin because they wouldn't let us eat them because they didn't know what
They would have been injected with LSD and heroin, probably.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
And also the rice at the end, which they used to throw when there's the wedding scene. The very first night, the woman called Ruth, and I can't remember her second name. Sorry, it was such a long time ago.
Well, that's not good enough. But carry on.
And she slipped on the rice the very first night, and she was off the show for 6 weeks.
Oh, flippin' heck! So, I know, because I know the Rocky Horror Show. It's all a bit, interactive and stuff like that. But chucking stuff at the stage, that's taking it a little bit far, isn't it?
Well, that's part of the thing now, isn't it? It got bigger and bigger. They did try to stop it because Ade Edmondson didn't complain about it, but Tim McInerney didn't like it a lot.
Yeah.
And the guy who directed it was a guy called Robin Laverve.
Yeah.
And he wanted to change it all. He decided, no, we don't want any of this.
Yeah.
And of course, you just can't.
Well, you can't do it, no.
They did body searches as they came in, but people still had the rice and the water pistols.
Where would they hide a bounty if they did a body search? Oh, it doesn't bear thinking about, does it?
Exactly, that's why we wouldn't need them.
Simon, good lad, thank you for that.
See you, bye.
There we go. Okay, well, we'll go to travel in a second. This is a new topic. Have you ever thrown anything at a stage, whether it be... I know Daphne and Celeste. Remember Daphne and Celeste? They got bottled off at the Reading Festival with bottles of urine. If you've ever thrown anything at a stage, 0845 60 60 973.
The M11 has one lane blocked heading away from town between junctions 7 and 8. That's Harlow to Stansted Airport because of an accident there, so queues are building up if you're heading towards the airport. And in Boreham Wood, there's a big closure now on Elstree Way. It's been closed both ways between Manor Way and Newark Green because of roadworks, and that's the main cut-through route from the A1 in towards the centre of Boreham Wood. Now, it looks like these roadworks are going to be taking place overnight tonight, so it will cause delays for the next few hours. Ferry Lane in Rainham is closed both ways after a fire at a scrapyard earlier at Coles Harbour Lane, and the traffic light's still not working on Mile End Road just by Stepney Green. Better news though on Park Lane, that has now fully reopened southbound outside the Hilton Hotel following that incident earlier. Thank you Divyesh for your call there. 08000 68 60 80 is the jam line number. Latest on the tubes then for this evening, delays on the Bakerloo line after a signal failure at Charing Cross. Hammersmith and City line has delays after a signal failure at Hammersmith, and the Victoria line is suspended after 10 this evening for planned engineering works. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in half an hour.
A world of music. 2 million tracks to choose from. That's eMusic. Songs you can download and play on any MP3 player or burn your own CDs. eMusic offers it all, together with great album and artist information. A real chance to explore music. Sign up today for a trial and get 35 free downloads.
Terms and conditions apply.
Then you get 75 downloads for just $14.99 a month. eMusic, the #1 site for independent music. Available now via lbc.co.uk.
Bob, Gordon, emergency. My email's down. I know it's Sunday evening. I don't need my IT Johnny to tell me that. What do you think I'm doing? I'm trying to send my chef a last-minute change for my menu.
If your IT at work breaks down, you want it fixed there and then, whatever time of day it is. With an instant IT breakdown recovery service from BT, you get 24/7 support from one of our UK-based experts. So whatever size your business, you'll be back doing what you do best in no time.
I don't care if you're having roast chicken with all the trimmings and the stuffing. If you don't sort it out, I'll personally stuff you. Bob. Bob.
To find out more about 24/7 expert IT support from BT, visit bt.com/business. BT, bringing it all together.
See website for details.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Well, it's been quite a good first 48 minutes of the show, and I'm not blowing my own trumpet, partly because I haven't got one. But if you've just tuned in and you don't know what we're talking about, it's kind of tough. After 8 o'clock, we'll have a little recap as to where we are. But if you want to call in, you can call in and ask me. If someone asks me a direct question as to what we're talking about, I will tell you. 0845 60 60 973. Let's see who's been here the longest. Chris has. Hello, Chris.
Hi, Ian.
Chris.
Good evening. What are you talking about?
Well, now, are you just saying that to be facetious, or do you actually need to know?
No, I'm being facetious.
I've got a good mind to come to the Isle of Man and give you a boot right up your backside.
Well, better still, why don't you come to the Isle of Man? Because I know that you're desperate to be invited somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you come to my birthday party?
Whoa, hang on a second. When is your birthday party?
Well, it's on a Saturday.
Okay.
Which is good.
Yeah, this is good. But the Isle of Man is miles away.
No, it's not.
We were hoping it would be somewhere like, I don't know, Muswell Hill or Shepherd's Bush, where we work and live.
Okay, so you're desperate to be invited somewhere.
Well-
because it sounds to me like that you and Agent Chris
Yes.
are not invited anywhere.
Well-
So now you're turning down an opportunity
Right.
to go to somebody's birthday.
Well, no, now, I think you've misinterpreted what I think will be an idea for, you've confused that with desperation. We're not desperate to go anywhere. I prefer not going to places.
Right.
I like staying in, watching telly and sleeping. That if I could do anything for the rest of my life, it would be sleeping.
Yes. So you're not coming then?
No.
Okay.
What's the theme?
What's the theme?
Yes.
Well, there isn't one yet.
Okay. Well,
But there could be. There will be very important people there.
well, hang on, back up. Who's going to be there that's important, Chris?
Well, the sort of people that are very important.
Then when you say important, do you mean just important on the Isle of Man or important in the world?
No, important in the world. Important in the world of entertainment.
You're talking nonsense, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Give me a clue.
Okay. Somebody who works for LBC Travel.
Alan Joyce.
No. No. More important than that.
Oh, Jason Donovan's coming in tomorrow.
Is he?
Yeah.
Excellent. Why didn't you do, by the way,
Yes.
We had an Anthony Louis night, didn't we?
Yes.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Why did we not celebrate the passing of the well-known composer who passed away a couple of weeks ago?
Which composer's that?
Oh, come on. You must remember.
Beethoven.
No. Responsible for Are You Being Served?
Oh, Ronnie Hazelhurst.
Ronnie Hazelhurst,
I think we did do no, we didn't even mention it at all.
We should have had a Ronnie Hazelhurst.
Hang on a minute. Let's see. I must have something that let's see. Hang on a minute. Did he do? I don't know. Did he do this? Hang on.
No.
Okay. Did he do this?
Yes.
He did that.
Yes.
Did he do?
Summer Wine. Yes.
He did. No, that's 40 Towers.
Oh, was it?
Okay, but hang on. It's Last of the Summer Wine with lyrics.
In that case, he did.
Okay, and did he do this? He did this one, didn't he?
No, he didn't do that.
This?
No, Are You Being Served? Yes, he did do that. Hello? Crown Court. Are you testing me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this one then? Musca hands are always ready. 1 for all and all for one. Helping everybody. 1 for all and all for one. Wow, horrible song.
What is that?
It's D'Artagnan.
Oh, is it?
Yes. How about this?
Do that. Are You Being Served?
I haven't got Are You Being Served, unfortunately.
Oh, well, I've got it, if you want it.
Yeah, go on then.
No, I can't do it now. No, well, not right now. Well, I could do. Grange Hill.
Yes. Well, Chris, well done. You scored 7 points, and you
Thank you so much.
unfortunately not enough to get
it's
to
on a Saturday.
Right. Oh, yeah, no, we're not coming.
Oh, you're not coming?
No. Right, so, we may be going to people's birthday parties, listeners, and recording packages, but it's got to be on a Saturday, and it's got to be nearby. We're not going to go to the Isle of Man. No, we're not going to go to the Isle of Man. That ain't happening. James is in Streatham. Hello, James.
Hello there, Ian. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, it's, like Nick Ferrara's show, we're cracking on to the topic. James, Streatham. Hi there, Ian.
James?
Yes. Delivery men. I bought a new cooker, right? And I phoned up for the delivery guys, and they came along, and I'll just quickly explain what happened. So I said, "Oh, hello, delivery man, come on in. Yeah, here's the cooker. Could you fit it in? Can you tell who's who?"
Yes, I can do. Yes, your different voices. Yes.
Right. So I'd like you to fit it in. And then he took the cooker away and said, "Oh, mate, we can't do that. Why not, delivery man? Because it's an old electrical installation." I said, "But it will fit in, won't it?" "Yeah, it will." "But then why can't you do it for health and safety, mate? Political correctness gone mad." That was my commentary. So
which one are you?
I'm this one. Hello, delivery man.
But has the delivery man said anything yet?
Yeah, he said, "We can't do this, mate. We can't fit it in. It's an old installation."
But why are you saying that?
No, because that's not my real voice. This is my real voice.
Well, I'm confused. How many people are there with you?
Just a second. Hello there, it's Nasty Adam. No, it's just me.
Right, can start again from the but every time you change character, make a beep.
Okay. Beep! Hello there, delivery man. I see you've come with a cooker. Beep! Yeah, mate, I'll just fit it in the kitchen. Beep! You haven't fitted it in yet, delivery man. Beep! Oh, mate, health and safety, it's an old plug. I can't fit it in. Beep! But it looks patently obvious you can fit it in. Beep! I can't do that, mate. Liability and the law. Beep! What if I do it for you instead, in front of you? Beep! I don't see why not. I'll just stand here. Beep! It seems patently ridiculous that you're the delivery man and I'm having to do it in front of you and you're seeing it, so you'll be liable anyway. Beep! Beep! Off. That was a swearing.
Okay.
And then, I just fit it in front of him, so he was standing there, and it seemed patently absurd, you know?
Yeah, patently, yeah.
Oh, just another quick thing.
Yes, James?
Were you listening to Carol Ann McGiffin yesterday?
I love Carol McGiffin. I would like to take her out for a snog.
I had such a terrible row with her.
Oh, really?
You know what she called me? Right, I won't say what I said to her, but she said this to me. Just stop. Just get off. You know what? You're rude. You're more than that. Yeah. You're stupid. This is an exact quote. You're stupid. You know, even more so, you're a fool. That is disgusting. Look, I'm here every Sunday and I'm open to having my mind challenged, but you are, I mean, that's just absurd. And what the last comment you said, that was absolutely disgusting. Turn off. No, seriously, turn off. I don't want you listening to this programme.
What did you say to her to cause such outrage from the woman I plan to marry?
Do you really want me to say?
No, I probably don't, James, actually. But thank you very much for that. What time is Carol McGiffin on? I feel we should trail her in some...
11 till 2.
Yeah.
Sundays.
Oh, I'm too busy playing Xbox then. That's why I missed that.
11 in the morning till 2
Well,
p.m.
yeah, I know that, because Clive Ball does 11 till 2. Oh, that's 3 hours. Yeah, Clive's doing 10 till 1 now, Sunday evenings.
Yes.
It was his first one on Sunday. I heard a bit of it, but I'm so enjoying... What did you do with your first Sunday off, Chris? Because You've been in producing Nick Abbott for the last couple of weeks, so this is my third Sunday off. This is your first one. What did you do in the end?
I did nothing.
Nice one.
Because I could.
It's great. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. That's right, kids. Clive Bull is now on Sundays to Thursdays. Or you could say Mondays to Thursdays and then Sundays. But Sundays to Thursdays is probably easier, I think. 10 till 1. I think that's easier. Anyway, it's Christine.
Hello.
Hello, Christine.
Right, I'm going to sound a bit picky.
Please be picky.
You said, 28 days later, zombies.
Well, all right. They're not technically zombies, because zombies, of course, can't run.
Yeah, well, they're infected.
All right, but the closest, the easiest, laziest description is zombies.
Yeah, I suppose.
Hey, so I've had 2 emails, right? And that's it. No, one from Nick says, Iain, I agree it's better to see 28 days later before seeing 28 weeks later. And then Andrew says, Paul's right, you don't have to see the first 28 days to enjoy the sequel. You're an expert on horror movies, Christine. Set us straight.
Well, I say you don't have to see it, but it will be better to see it.
It'd be much better to see it.
Yeah.
The second film's better, isn't it?
Well, I liked it a lot. I wasn't expecting I was going to like it, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But I think the first one's a bit better.
The first one's better.
It's got old Cillian Murphy in it. I love him.
Oh, I don't like him. He's got funny eyes. The first one's better because you do get to see a lot more of London completely empty, and those shots are superb. Where you'd be in the middle of I can't think, Piccadilly Circus or wherever it is, and there's just no one there, and there's a lot more of that, and that looks really effective. But I did like the fact that I thought, who's Begsby? What's his real name? McGiffin. The bloke who played Begsby in the rubbish Train Spotting.
Oh, the dad.
Carlyle, Robert Carlyle.
Yeah.
He was brilliant. Oh.
What?
Do you disagree?
No, it was good. The zombie... Well, the bit when he sort of turned into a zombie was a bit funny, I don't know.
Oh, don't ruin it for anyone.
Oh, sorry.
Chris, well, he's not ruined it, Chris, don't worry. Not ruined it.
But I really like the bit where they explode Canary Wharf.
Well, yeah, they...
Did you see my office
sorry, Chris.
explode?
Sorry. You've ruined it totally for him now.
But that bit's in the trailer.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's in the trailer, Chris. They blow up... Sorry. Anyway, Christine...
That bit's really good, because you see my office explode.
All right. Oh, really? Oh, there you go. Christine, thank you for that. Anything else?
I went to see Halloween, the remake.
Oh, yeah?
You seen that yet?
Is it rubbish?
It's good, but it's different.
There we go. That's enough for me. Thank you, Christine. More of your calls after the latest news.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
At 8, Menezes' last moments revealed at trial. More postal disruption on the way. And Princess Anne's helicopter is the centre of a fire alert. It's 8 o'clock. I'm Katie Brethwick. The Old Bailey has been hearing the moment police shot dead an innocent man at Stockwell Tube Station. An undercover surveillance officer has been answering questions and has told the court how he pinned John Charles de Menezes down while other officers shot him. The Brazilian was shot 7 times in the head. Talks aimed at resolving the bitter postal workers' dispute have tonight ended without agreement. Millions of households and businesses are experiencing further misery this week after a second 48-hour strike began today. The walkout went ahead after lengthy discussions again failed to resolve the dispute over pay and pensions. It's estimated there's already a backlog of 100 million unsorted letters and parcels. The jury at the Diana inquest has been examining the scene of her fatal car crash in Paris. The tunnel where the Princess and Dodi were killed has been closed off. They'll also visit the Ritz Hotel, where she spent her last evening. 5 News' Simon Viger's in the city and told LBC what jurors are having to take into consideration.
They looked at the slope, the bend, the pillars, and taking into a lot of consideration how different the crash could have been if the car had gone to the outer wall rather than square on into the central pillars, whether Diana and Dodi had been wearing seatbelts, how much of a difference that would have made.
Police have arrested a climate change protester at a power station in Kent. The woman was one of around 26 Greenpeace members who launched a protest at the King's North power station in Medway earlier today. They want Gordon Brown to reject plans for Britain's first new coal plant in more than 20 years. And a helicopter carrying the Princess Royal was at the centre of a fire alert earlier, just before it was due to take off. Princess Anne was on board the chopper when emergency services were alerted this afternoon. The aircraft was about to leave Denby High School in North Wales when the incident happened. Buckingham Palace says there wasn't a fire, but there appeared to have been an electrical fault on board. Sport, QPR are at home to Norwich tonight. The game kicked off just over 15 minutes ago, and so far at Loftus Road, it's goalless. Showbiz and Michelin-starred chef Heston Blumenthal has revealed the secret to a perfect cheeseburger: a sachet of sodium citrate, the chemical usually used to treat cystitis, emulsifies the cheese. He also recommends using a petrol station air pump to make Peking duck and a squirrel trap to smoke fish. On the roads, the M11 has one lane blocked heading away from town. That's between junctions 7 and 8. That's because of an accident. And if you're away from your radio and want to stay in touch for the latest news, weather and travel, don't forget you can call 0901 723 6666. Calls cost 35 pence. Taking a look at London's weather, a cloudy and misty night, lows down to 13 Celsius. This is LBC. It's 8:03.
Remember, there's a new way to call London's biggest conversation. Our new number is 0845 6060 973. So, store it in your phone now for when you next want to take part in one of your favourite shows on LBC 97.3.
Look around you. How many of the people around you right now could become ill at any time? At GlaxoSmithKline, we undertake medical research to develop new drugs for today and tomorrow. We just need you to help us with our clinical trials at our research unit at Clinical Imaging Centre London. You'll be paid for your time and commitment if you take part in a study. So, if you're healthy and aged between 18 and 60, then call us today on 0800 707 6068. That's 0800 707 6068. Help us help people to do more, feel better, live longer.
At Homebase, there's 20% off selected furniture, and we've now taken an extra 10% off, but not for long. Homebase, make a house a home.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Good evening.
I like the mushy peas.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
The WWW.
There's some blasts from them past. So, I said I'd have a recap of where we are, and here it is. And we've talked about stuff that I didn't jot down as well, I don't quite know. So, I had some stuff delivered today. It was a sofa bed. It's a small one. I'm quite excited. I'm actually going to spend a night. Once I've got curtains in the room, that'll take a few weeks. 6 weeks. 6 weeks to make curtains. 6 weeks. They've not even sent me the quote yet. I had a phone call on Thursday. We'll email you the quote because of the lazy postmen. Oh, no, it's a postal strike. What a bunch of lazy... I'm so annoyed with Royal Mail. I drove past them the other day, flicked them the V's. I did it below the window so they couldn't see it.
What, in support?
No, in anti-support. The opposite of support. And against. Because I hate Royal Mail. It's at my house now is a Royal Mail free zone. After they after they lost 10 video games that I sent special delivery, ladies and gentlemen, special delivery. Then you go to make a claim. Oh, yeah, so you're supposed to have a receipt for everything that you sent. Oh, I didn't think of that. Sorry, I didn't realise you were going to lose them, so I haven't got a receipt for them.
Why don't you buy ready-made curtains?
That's a very good question, actually. I don't know.
Because you had curtains made for the living room, didn't you?
Yes. Because then the man comes around and fits them.
But I think they do make them ready-made.
They do, don't they? That's a bloody good question there.
I think you've been had.
I have been... Well, not had... But I think I'm spending a lot of money where I don't need to... I'm getting blinds made as well. They're making blinds.
No, I've seen them. They sell them, all done.
Well, you're right, now you've said it. Now you've pointed that out. I'm spending a fortune on window accessories and dressings that I don't need.
You don't have weird-shaped windows, do you?
No. These are normal-shaped windows. What? Get this right. It says... I'm having curtains for one window. And then in the office, a window, blind... And then there's a door with glass, blind, right? And I wasn't there when the fella came round. Fandango was. So we got the door. And he said... And I still don't quite know exactly what he said. He said, right, well, obviously I'll do one blind that covers the window, on the window. Now, you can have a blind that covers the window on the door, or goes all the way and covers the whole door. And Fandango said, I don't know, give us a quote for both. But the quote they're going to send us is only going to have the quote for the curtain, the blind, going all the way down to the bottom of the door. And I said, well, why would we want to cover the whole door when it's not all glass? And also there's a cat flap in there. So it's going to block the cat's going to walk in and go, what the flipping hell is this? What's going on? Or she'll try and get out and go, why can't I walk through this?
Can they put a cat flap in the blind?
Well, I've told you my invention of building a cat flap for doors inside the house, but the cat flap door, it's on a swing, so its side opens, and it's an exact replica, a miniature replica of the door that it's part of. That is a brilliant idea.
Will it have glass panels then?
Well, no, you're confusing stuff. So, we were talking about blinds, were we? Did we talk about... No, we just talked about it just Curtains. Okay, so the first hour, we were talking about delivery men. And if you've ever had stuff delivered, or if you are a delivery man, is it normal to go, well, I don't think we'll get it. We'll have a go. I don't think we will, though. I think they were just being a little bit lazy. They were nice lads, just lazy lads. One was a fat man. And you know what I say, Chris? Never trust a fat delivery man.
You've never said that.
Have I not?
No.
Well, I'm going to start saying it from now on. 0845 60 60 973. We also mentioned the cinema. And well, not is the cinema dead, because that's boring, but is the cinema dead? Because I went to see a film at the weekend. There was 18 other people in the pictures of me. And also I got to sit on one of the sofa seats. Have you been on them? They used to be called love seats when I was a teenager. Love seats. Because you could touch up a girl and not get done for it by law. No,
it's love.
It's love, man. They used to be called love seats, but now they're just like sofa seats. And they used to also, when I was a kid, they used to be. I remember they introduced them at the cinema at Slough. They used to be at the back, right at the back. So the back 2 rows were love seats, so you could get the snogs in. I've never snogged a girl in the cinema. I've never done it. So you could get the snogs in, but these ones were at the front, so you could just be like really comfortable while you're watching a movie.
I've only seen one film where I've had the cinema to myself.
Which one was that?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I saw the Brady Bunch movie where I had the cinema to myself.
What, the remake?
Yeah.
That was rubbish.
I thought it was quite good, actually. I went and saw it because the monkeys were in it, and I was going through my big monkeys thing at the time.
Were you in the cinema totally by yourself?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, no, there was a girl with me.
Oh, I was by myself. I went on my own. I hope I was on my own anyway, because I did some terrible stuff. Anyway, 0845 6060 973. Now, here's a new thing that we're going to throw into the... remind me to talk about Knights of Prosperity later on as well. In fact, I'm going to put a star by that so that I talk about that later on, because that was very good. But there's this is a new thing I want to talk about. You know, sometimes when you're, like, driving through sort of small towns and places, and sometimes you'll see on roundabouts banners celebrating someone's birthday. Like, Steve, you're 40, you fat sod! Stuff like that. Happy birthday, Margaret. Lots of love, the kids. You know, and they put banners on roundabout. You saw one. Did you see one recently, Chris?
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, do you want to tell us any more about it?
I think her name was Trisha.
And how old was Trisha? I bet she was like 37.
40.
Okay. What? Why? Why? Right, if you've ever had this done, or if maybe it's your dream to drive past a roundabout and go, that's my birthday. My Sheila's done that. Nice one. Oh, it's the kid. Oh, the kids have done. Why would anyone graffiti? I assume it's I'm assuming they haven't got permission from the council to put up really naff bunting.
It's like on a sheet.
Oh, is it on a sheet?
Yeah.
Jeez, why would anyone do that? 0845 6060 973. Inappropriate displays of birthday... I don't know how this sentence is going to end. You can interrupt it if you want, Chris, to save me.
And dangerous.
Thank you. Gratitude. I didn't know. I should have left it. So if anyone's ever done that, and look, the phones have gone mental. Do try and call us on that. This is your topic, Chris. So it better work.
7-second delay.
Okay, let's wait 7 seconds and just see. Let's see. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, no one.
6.5.
Yeah, no, 6 3/4. There's a phone call from Light Work. You take it, Chris. While you're taking that, I'm going to talk to Eduardo.
Yo, what's happening, bad boy?
Yo, mamacita.
Just on that point of banners.
Yes.
I saw one a few years ago in a less salubrious part of London.
Okay, was it Chigwell?
No, it wasn't. No, definitely not.
No.
It wouldn't be allowed. It wouldn't get through the planning council. You've got to go to them if you want to post a letter these days.
You know I'm boycotting Royal Mail.
Oh, well, it's all too much hassle, Royal Mail. I mean,
stuff them.
I sold a couple of items on eBay, and I ended up giving the people back their money.
Because it went missing?
Well, no, because I couldn't. I was selling it, because it was just too much hassle, like taking it down to that parcel force centre.
Well, hang on, that's your problem then. That's not their problem. That's you just being lazy.
Yeah, but, you know, you get there and there's, like,
That's what the
people
post is like.
arguing and fighting, and they sit there.
I hate them.
The phones ring for hours, and they just ignore them.
I hate them.
And out of principle, you just can't do that.
I am never using them ever again, unless they find all of the stuff that they that went missing, or they give me a full refund, which they will do neither.
They won't do any because they don't care.
They do not care. And do you know what? I'm glad they're on strike. And do you know what? I hope they all lose their jobs. I've said it now. I hope they all lose their jobs.
Oh, dangerous.
No, I'm saying it. I hope they all lose their jobs, apart from the fella that delivers my post, because he's a really nice lad. The rest of them can get knotted.
But I'm kind of enjoying it because, like, at the moment, I wake up and there's no bills coming through the door, and then I get to my office and there's no bills coming through.
But what it means is, in a month's time, when they get off their lazy backstays and start posting letters again, that you'll have 100 bills come through at once and you'll be double skint.
Yeah, but
and also, what they won't do is that because they did this last time, they'll say, "Oh yeah, okay, we'll go back to work, but we're not clearing up the backlog."
But what you can say then, or I can say to my suppliers, is I can say, "Oh, I didn't get it. Can you please send it again? It must have been the strike, and I'll get 90 days out of it."
I've already had 2 people who have meant to send me stuff a long, long time ago, before the postal strike. Right. I've been on the phone to them, or my agent has, and they've said, well, actually, it's my agent. It's 2 things, and they should have been sent cheques. They've both said, yeah, it's the postal strike.
Right.
It's the postal strike. But hang on, I did those jobs 3 months ago.
Well, that's 90 days. That's pretty standard.
Here we go. Here's the thing for it. 0845 6060 973. Have you used the excuse, have you blamed something on the postal strike, or has somebody blamed a lack of something being delivered on the postal strike already?
I've been using it since Saturday morning.
Yeah. Well, Edward, I believe you had a reason for calling in.
I did. I'll praise you that before we go there.
Okay.
Just with the banner thing.
Okay. Oh,
And I did see one in a not great part of London, which was celebrating somebody's release from prison. Surely I think that's something you wouldn't want to sell it to everyone to know, would you?
No, that's sweet, isn't it?
It's sweet.
Edward, listen, we'll get your main point. So I'm going to go to the travel. 0845 6060 973. I think I've just upset a load of postmen. Well, that'll learn them. It's the travel news now. It's everyone's favourite little travel munchkin. Oh, she's lovely. Oh, it's Karen Mercer, everybody.
The M11, that's back to normal after an accident involving several cars heading towards Stansted after junction 7 for Harlow. It's all back up to speed on that stretch. Everything's fine now. In New Southgate, though, Palmer's Road is blocked in both directions where there's some fire engines. If you know more about that one, please call me on the jam line 08000 68 60 80. In Borehamwood, Elstree Way closed between Newark Green and Manor Way where they're doing overnight works. So the A1 will be busier than usual as it's part of the diversion route. There are queues in both directions on Wembley High Road. That's because of works outside the tube station. And the traffic lights on Vauxhall Bridge Road at Rochester Row are just on green for a very short time. The traffic's still quite bad because of that. In Rainham, you can't get onto the Ferry Lane southbound from the A13 after a fire. And on the tubes, don't forget, from 10 o'clock, the Victoria line will be suspended. LBC 97.3 travel, your next update in 30 minutes.
Join London's biggest conversation with Paul Ross.
What do you want to see on the menu when it comes to a tasty tea time chat? Meat and 2 veg, something tough and gristly to sink your teeth into, or do you prefer it light, frothy and sweet? Whatever your nutritional, conversational requirements, join me, Paul Ross, here on London's biggest conversation, LBC 97.3.
Join London's biggest conversation with Paul Ross, Monday to Thursday afternoons from 4. LBC 97.3.
Service not included.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Eduardo.
Am I on?
You're on.
Lovely.
He is.
I was talking about...
What was that last video you sent on my MySpace?
Oh, that was my hometown.
Oh, was it? Do you know what? Can I just say this? When people do send me videos on my MySpace, and if you want to become my MySpace friend, myspace.com/TheRealIainLee.
And www.myspace.com. I've forgotten.
That's embarrassing, isn't it?
Never mind.
MySpace.com/nevermind. Hang on, should we just see whose MySpace that is? Someone must have that MySpace page. Hang on a second. Let's just go here. www.myspace.
Apparently all the action's on Facebook.
Oh, I'm on Facebook. I've got more friends on Facebook, but I hate it.
But like my cousin
found
me.
Go to Nevermind and look at B. MySpace.com/Nevermind. Nothing to see here. Please disperse. Male, 37 years old, Portland, Oregon, United States. He's wearing a light brown leather jacket. He's got a tiny keyboard behind his bald head. Yes, I don't like the MySpace, the Facebook. There's too many.
It's too personal, isn't it?
Yes, I don't actually want to. Anyway, when people post YouTube clips on my MySpace page, I never check them. Apart from one, I saw a beginning of yours actually. But did you ever see the one that Vinny posted on mine?
What was it about?
It was something Smasher.
Smasher?
Something Smasher.
No, it's all about me, so I only look at the stuff that I'm interested in.
Okay.
You know what it's like.
I know exactly what it's like, brother.
You know?
Should we get to your point now?
Yes.
Please.
Throwing stuff at stages.
Yes. That was it. Yeah, I forgot. We asked, have you ever thrown...
It's my birthday coming up as well. I'm going to plan a big dig. Big shindig. What do you call it? Shindig?
A big shindig?
Yes. I'll be 37, can you believe it?
No, I can't believe it, because when I met you, you looked about 48.
37.
You're not 37, that's a lie.
No, 37.
Anyway, yes, we were asking, have you ever thrown anything at a stage?
About 20 or so years ago.
Yes.
Remember the old marquee in Wardour Street?
Mm.
And they used to serve the pints in plastic pint things.
Yeah, glasses.
Plastic glasses,
Yes.
yeah.
Plastics, I believe.
There was a band there. What did I say?
Well, a plastic... if it's a glass, then it's a plastic. It's plastics.
Plastic container.
Well, plastics.
Plastics, yeah.
Yeah.
They served it in plastic. And there was a band that we always used to go and see called Chelsea.
Oh.
You ever heard of them?
I've heard of a band called Chelsea, but I doubt it's the same one.
They were a skinhead punk band.
Oh, Jesus.
And I threw a pint, but it missed the stage in it. Do you remember the film The Wanderers? The big skinhead guy. Am I thinking of the right film?
Do you mean The Warriors?
No, it was The Wanderers was a similar one.
Oh, okay, I don't know The Wanderers.
You have to see The Wanderers.
Okay, go on.
Is it The Wanderers or The Warriors? No, The Warriors was the one set in New York.
Warriors come out to play.
That one. The Wanderers, right, was a gang thing, but set in the 50s. It's brilliant.
Okay.
Anyway, and it hit him on the back of the head.
Oh, God.
From the back. And that was the last time I went to the old marquee because it turned into a bit of a upsetting experience.
Yeah. The old marquee on Charing Cross Road?
Wardle Street. No, before they moved it.
I like the one... Because the one on Charing Cross Road was pretty
I never
groovy.
went there just out of being idiotic.
Oh, well, I went there, and that was my one, and I never went when they moved it again. Because...
Well, I'm older than you.
Yeah,
so
you're
I know
48.
the original one.
You're 48.
I'm 36, and I'm going to be 37 next.
Well, Edward, it was a rubbish story. It wasn't worth you hanging on, but I do appreciate that.
Well, no, it's been my pleasure's been all mine.
Good lad, I'm sure it has. 0845 6060 973. If you've ever chucked anything at a stage, we're not condoning it, but it happens. Or if you've been on a stage and someone's chucked something at you, 0845 6060 973. And have you ever been to the pictures and seen a film entirely on your own? Not just you went on your own because you've got no mates, but you were the only person in the cinema. I saw the Brady Bunch movie, and there was nobody else in the pictures when I saw it. 0845 6060 973. Nadal.
Hello.
Hello, Nadal.
Hello.
Oh, there's a lovely little giggle you've got there.
Oh, yeah, there's a giggle. I'm a bit shy.
Oh, well, you and me both. Oh.
I was just calling to agree with your whole cinema.
Have you got... What accent? Is that Scottish?
Yes, it is.
Whereabouts? It's like Glasgow, isn't it?
Just outside Glasgow.
Yeah, okay, so that's a proper Scottish accent.
Do you think so? Everyone
Oh.
says that it's gone. I've been in London too long.
It's softened. It's softened. I said softened. It's softened, but it's definitely there.
Oh, good.
Oh, I like it. It's a good sound. Anyway, Nadal, sorry, carry on.
No, I was just agreeing with you that, first of all, I went to see the same film that you did, and also that the cinema was pretty much empty, and I go to the cinema about 3 times a
What,
week.
the Ben Stiller one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was surprised. I thought because it was Saturday, even though it was Saturday lunchtime, I thought there'd
Yes,
still be
I
quite a
went
few
there
people
as well.
there. It was all right, wasn't it? It's not the greatest film in the world, but it's one of the best he's done in quite a long time, I thought.
Well, all the funny bits were in the trailer, so you'd already really seen them, but it was quite a good movie. It was entertainment, nothing too deep.
Yeah, no, exactly. Nothing too deep. There was some absolutely filthy bits as well. The bit when they're having sex and.
That's great. Or when she's peeing on him.
Oh, that was hideous. That bit. I didn't like that bit.
I thought that was so funny. Embarrassing.
And Uncle Tito, I quite liked as well. When he's passing the food through to her, and he puts his thing in. Yeah, I thought it was quite good. It's it's not one of his best, but it's better than the dross he's been turning out recently.
Well, that's it. And it was entertainment. It was a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
Nothing too deep, as I said.
But there was hardly anyone there.
Yeah. There was about 4 or 5 people.
Wow.
But it's a good thing because I went on my own, so no one's seen that I was on my own.
I haven't been to the pictures on my own for ages, but when I've done it in the past, I've absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I much prefer it. You can eat as much as you want.
Yeah.
You can do what you like without anyone nagging at you.
Yeah, there's no one going, why is he killing that man? What?
Yeah, exactly.
Hang on, is that the man's brother? No, we've never seen this man before. He's new. So there's none of that going on, and it's kind of quite cathartic, I think.
Exactly. You walk out when you want, you can go to the toilet when you want, you can do whatever you like whenever you want. So you get better peace. And also they sell you student tickets a lot easier when it's empty.
Oh, hang on, what? Really? You try and get hooky tickets?
I do, actually. I always blag it and try and get a student ticket.
I am afraid I do never get to... Don't you need to have a student union pass or something?
Well, I've got a little trick, but I can't tell you on the radio.
No, and we don't condone it. Very, very naughty. Nadal, thank you for that.
No worries.
Bye-bye. 0845 60 60973. It's Terry in the Pembury.
Yeah, hello, Ian.
Hello, Terry.
Hello. I switched the radio on earlier,
Well
and
done.
I caught you speaking to a gentleman inviting you to a birthday bash in the Isle of Man. Is that right?
All I'm saying is Chris and I are going to start doing a new thing where if someone invites us to a birthday party and we want to go and we feel safe and we are able to go and it's on a Saturday night, then we might pop along for 20 minutes, half an hour, and record a nice little package and play it out on the radio.
Right. Okay. Well, I haven't got a calendar in front of me, so it might not be applicable. But do you know what day the 14th of November falls on?
No, but we can have a look. Hang on a second. What we can do here is there a calendar here? Let me click on calendar. November the 14th. It's a Wednesday.
So you won't be able to do it?
No.
You probably wouldn't want to do it anyway.
You sound
but
like a fruitcake.
Can I just tell you what I was going to... It's not really a party.
Is it an orgy?
I wish it was.
Yes,
unfortunately, no.
No.
I'm going along with a few friends.
Yes. To...
Sounds dubious, doesn't it?
Yes. Finish the sentence.
To see the Sex Pistols.
Oh!
They reformed for 6 dates, and one of them is on my birthday.
Where are you watching them?
Pardon?
Where are you seeing them?
Brixton Academy.
Oh, because I know they're playing like G-Mex as well, so they're playing like a big arena. But I'd like to see them at the. Have you got a spare ticket?
I can certainly get one for you, but now the bad news.
Yeah.
You have to pay me for it because
what?
They cost £42.50.
Oh, is that all? I thought you were going to say they're like 260 quid or something.
Oh well, I mean, it's a lot of money to see an ex-punk band, isn't it? But
I'd pay double that to see the Pistols. Definitely.
Well, I've seen them before years ago, but
there'll be fat old men just raking in the money, and well done them for doing it.
Well, good for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I spoke to a ticket agency today, and there are still tickets available.
Oh, I'm surprised at that. Okay.
Yeah, but they expect it to sell out within the next couple of weeks.
No, if I could go, Terry, I would go, but sadly, I can get no more time off at LBC 97.3, London's biggest conversation.
All right, thanks.
But thanks, Terry. Bye bye.
Yeah, take it easy. Bye.
Good lad. There we go. Yeah, that's true. If someone's having a birthday party and we can make it and we want to make it, we'll come along. Steve!
Yeah.
Yes, bud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Delivery story.
Go on, then.
A certain furniture shop who I've been instructed not to name.
Don't name them.
I had a window of between 9 and 1 or something.
Okay, that's quite a big window, isn't it?
It's big enough.
Yeah, that's quite a big window.
But when they rang my doorbell at 6:45 in the morning
Ooh.
on a Saturday...
Flippin' heck!
And I was like, hang on a second, mate. And they'd already left me a message on my mobile, which is obviously turned off, at 6:15 to say, we're on our way.
What? But
I was like, hang on a second, mate. Calm down. I mean, these two boys were working hard.
Yeah.
And, they looked like they had a really long day ahead of them.
Yeah, tough. It's not your problem.
Well, but some people aren't lucky enough to have decent jobs that pay decent money, and they got to work for the...
Yeah, but that's still not your problem that they got a tough day ahead of them. That is their job,
It was just such a shock they arrived so early.
But I bet you said, you fancy a cup of tea, lads?
No, I didn't.
No, I would have, well...
And that woman, I don't know who it was, but she's completely ruined 28 weeks later for me now.
Yeah, I know, Steve, I'm sorry about that. I can only apologise. It's a good film, though.
Oh, flying hump.
Cheers, fella. Thank you very much. 0845 60 90. I suppose it's better than coming early than you have that thing where you just have to... It's always... Whenever I get a delivery, it's like a 4 or 5 hour window. They always come 1 minute before their window closes. John in the Broxbourne.
Hello, how you doing, Ian?
Yeah, I'm alright, John.
How you doing, alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I need to go to the loo.
Go on then.
Well, I've got to do this first.
Can you hold it?
Yeah, I can hold it for a minute and a half.
Oh, only? Okay.
Well, that's all you've got, mate.
No, just to let you know, I saw, me and my wife saw a big black cat in Tring yesterday, a wild one.
In what?
In Tring. It's in Hertfordshire.
What do you mean, like a leopard?
Well, I don't know what it was, but it was like, it was about the size of, a bit smaller than an Alsatian.
No, you didn't.
What do you want me to do to prove it?
Well, have you got any pictures of it? No.
Obviously.
No, obviously not.
It was quite a way away.
Well, exactly. It was a way away, but it was probably nearer than you thought. That's why it seemed so big, when really it was just quite small. But your depth of perception was inaccurate.
No. I'm quite up to speed with my animals. It definitely was.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Did you say you're astute on your animals?
Up to speed.
Up to speed. What? Go on then. Tell me about animals.
Well, ask me a question.
Okay. What's the Latin name for cat?
Don't know.
How many species of dog are there?
Don't know.
Where do Indian elephants come from?
The Indian ones?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well,
India.
I'm asking you an easy question, just so you get one question right. You don't have egg on your face.
Yeah, but you don't know any others either, do you?
Any other what?
Go on, Ian. I quite like you. Don't have a go at me. I'm
not having a go at you. I'm just dubious, John. I didn't know that
you're
these...
a good man. I was enjoying talking. I wanted to talk to you. I've never talked to you before, and I was having a good go.
So you
And
made
I just thought I'd tell you something interesting.
Well, John, listen, thank you for that.
Oh, obviously you didn't like me. Oh, well.
Well, yeah, I did like your made-up story, mate.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
It's 8:30. I'm Katie Brethwick. A police officer has described the moment that innocent John Charles de Menezes was wrongly shot as a suicide bomber at Stockwell Tube Station. The surveillance officer, codenamed Ivor, told the Old Bailey that it had been a distressing and shocking incident for passengers who fled the tube carriage in July 2005. The jury in the Diana inquest has been visiting the scene of her fatal car crash in Paris. The 11-member jury are returning to the Pont de l'Alma tunnel tonight to see it in the dark. Sport, and in their championship relegation battle against Norwich tonight, QPR have brought in Portsmouth defender Martin Craney, who signed for 3 months so far at Loftus Road. It's 0-0. And in showbiz, a film about Bangladeshi life in the East End has picked up 2 awards at a French film festival. Brick Lane, which caused controversy when locals said it portrayed their culture in an unfavourable light, has won the Audience Prize and Best Screenplay at the Dinar Film Festival in Brittany. The film's based on Monica Arney's best-selling book. On the roads in Boreham Wood, Elstree Way is closed between Newark Green and Manor Way for overnight works. And the weather, a cloudy and misty night ahead, lows down to 13 Celsius. This is LBC. It's 8:31.
I find it's easy to get a lot of different sports on the digital. I've got one of the little portable radios that is about the size of an iPod kind of thing, and I will take that to the cricket just so I can listen to the commentary whilst sitting in the sunshine and watching the match, because I like listening to blowers commentating on the cricket match.
You can get all sorts of DAB digital radios for the cricket, for your kitchen, your car, even your shower. Find out if you can do digital at getdab.com.
Do you need more time with Nick?
Come back to the story that's on so many of your front pages.
Or do you want to catch up with Clive?
Seems a bizarre story, but apparently it's true.
LBC Plus lets you listen again to a whole world of LBC programmes with no interruptions.
Not secular though, not.
No interruptions. You can listen on your computer or transfer to your iPod or MP3 player to listen on the move. There's a whole archive of LBC programmes for you to choose from. Or you can catch some special features you just won't hear on the radio. You can join from just £2 a month by going to lbc.co.uk and clicking on LBC Plus. LBC Plus. Just click and listen. Wake up with Steve Allen.
I've discovered there's no point in having an expensive alarm clock. You don't want Big Ben chiming away in your bedroom. Oh, the one I bought in the pound shop, which eventually gave up the ghost after goodness knows how many years, started off going beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. And of course you lie there and all you can hear is this little tinny thing going through your mind. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. And so I bought this other one, which does exactly the same. Beep, 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 beep. It's got a slightly lower tone, as you can imagine. And normally, the moment I turn the alarm off, I turn the light on, because I've got a remote control light. You know, you sort of go like that and the lights come on, which seems a bit pointless, because sometimes you haven't got the energy to do that first thing in the morning, let alone actually get out of bed.
Set your alarm, whatever noise it makes, and wake up with Steve Allen, Monday to Thursday from 5, and for weekend breakfast from 8. LBC 97.3. LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Yes. So, surprisingly, Chris's topic of... And I do mean surprisingly, because I genuinely laughed out loud when he told me this, and I thought, well, this will be the show for tonight. The topic of banners on roundabouts to celebrate birthdays, but no one's called in about that. 0845 6060 973 if you want to. Chris is off making a cup of is off doing producer's stuff at the moment, so he can't take your call, but we will get to you eventually. So do keep trying. I see the phones are going mental at the moment. No one's phoning in, but do keep trying. Let's go to Shin. Hello, Shin.
Hi. How you doing, Ian?
I'm all right, thank you, mate. What can I do for you?
I just wanted to speak to you about the cinemas.
Oh, yeah, go on.
I think the reason why nobody's coming into the cinemas is the price of all the knickknacks.
It's very, very expensive, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Even the ticket's quite expensive. 2:00 on a Saturday afternoon, the tickets for a tenner each.
Listen, mate, I go there with my wife and daughter, and I end up paying more for the knickknacks than I do for the tickets for the film.
What knickknacks do you get?
You know, what's it called? The sausage roll or whatever it is.
Sausage... Wait on, what, the sausage roll? They don't sell sausage rolls at the pictures. What are you talking about? What century are you from?
All right.
Do you mean hot dogs?
Hot dogs.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, the hot dogs. Yeah. I wanted to buy some nachos. They were advertising nachos, and I said, "Can I get some nachos?" Oh no, so we don't do nachos. But you got a thing up there that says nachos, £3.50. Oh yeah, we need to change that. Well, you should flipping change.
Did you see that TV show, the BS Detective?
What from years ago?
Not years ago. It was a couple of months ago. It was called the BS Detective.
No.
I won't say the rest of it.
Yeah.
And they had a caravan parked outside. And apparently they were saying to everyone, take your own knickknacks in.
Yeah.
It's a lot cheaper.
You're not allowed to.
Well, that's what they say, but if you argue with them, they say, OK,
no,
just this once, we'll allow you.
I bet. OK, here we go. This is the next half hour. 0845 60 60 973. If you have tried to take your own knickknacks, by knickknacks we mean sausage rolls and sweeties.
That's it.
Into the pictures, and you've got away with it, or you've been turned away, can you give me a call and let me know? 0845...
Hang on. I've done it myself.
You are... What?
Well, I've put the Coca-Cola in my pockets and the sweeties in my pockets, and I've gone in myself.
Yeah. Hang on a minute. Chris, wherever you are, you need to come back and take some phone calls, please. He's off doing producer
He's
stuff.
Get some Twix, mate.
He's going to get... Chris, come back and take some phone calls. Really? But so you snuck... maybe that's the way to do it, is to sneak them out in the dark.
I'm telling you.
Chris, come back and take some phone calls. The phones have gone mental. Chris! Hang on a minute, Shin. Chris! I'm serious. I'm not being funny for the radio. Actually come back and do it. Chris! Chris! Chris!
He's left the building.
Chris!
He's downstairs with the birds.
Chris! Chris, I got 4 lines going. Chris! 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 Chris!
Yeah.
I've got 4 lines going.
Oh, yeah. Well done.
Answer them. Where's the tea?
It's not made.
Oh, flip it. Well, take them lines. There's 5 lines now.
And the Twix.
And the Twix. No, don't get Twix. I've got pizza when I get home. Anyway, so you got away with it, did you, Shin?
I did indeed.
All right, nice one. Well, listen, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Cheers, boss. There we go. 0845 60 60 973. Make Chris happy. Make him work. It's Fat Steve, boys and girls.
Hey.
Hey, man. How's it going? How's Kid Nation going?
It's horrible.
Oh, brilliant.
It's just kind of boring.
Oh, really?
But I did call to talk about Knights of Prosperity.
Knights of Prosperity, my new favourite TV programme. What a treat!
You know, it's funny. I've never actually seen it, but one of my best friends wrote on it, and she stayed at my place in New York because it's one of the few sitcoms based out of New York.
Yeah.
But they only shot like 13, maybe 16 episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I read about it like maybe 6 months ago, and there's a thing in the back of the Guardian guide where they say, well, this is a new programme that's happening, it probably won't last very long. So I was kind of aware of it, and the premise got me. And then I saw a big poster for it, and didn't realise what it was until I started watching it at the weekend. And it was... Let me explain it. For anyone who doesn't know, it's... which would be most people. It's this guy in New York, he's really, really skint, and then he comes up with the great idea to rob Mick Jagger.
Yeah, it was originally called Let's Rob Mick Jagger.
Let's rob Mick Jagger. And they keep saying, let's rob Mick Jagger. And so the whole thing is them and him and his mates and this really sexy woman in a PVC catsuit on Saturday's episode trying to rob Mick Jagger. Now, does Mick Jagger only appear in the first episode?
Yes.
Oh!
But there are other celebrities. It's not just Mick Jagger.
Oh, really?
Like Ray Romano.
Oh, yeah.
He ends... You see, I never actually watched the show.
Yeah.
But every time there was like a scene where that woman was like dressed really hot, my friend would call me up and say, "Oh, we're filming over here if you want to come."
She's in a black PVC catsuit one day, flipping it.
Yeah, she was always wearing. She was wearing something really nice at this. She was dressed as a hooker at this bar where Ray Romano was at.
Yeah. Who's Ray Romano?
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, Raymond. Oh, okay, Raymond. Yeah. But it's a shame Jagger's not in it, because I don't like the Rolling Stones and I can't stand Mick Jagger. But in that first episode, he is hilarious.
You know, I don't know for sure that he's not in any of the other episodes, but I don't think so.
It's a brilliant bit. Basically, he's like in a spoof sort of E-channel MTV Cribs type thing. It's like him going, all right, I'm Mick Jagger. Now, I love hats. Look at this. It's my hat room. Look at this one. It's got gold on it. Right, in here, it's my swimming pool. It's really good. So I'm told. I don't like being wet, but my dogs do. And then it pans around and there's like 10 dogs in his swimming pool. And he has a little Thai boy who's like his sort of like houseboy. And he goes, this is my football room. I like playing football. And he kicks the ball and hits the kid in the head and goes, oh, come on, you're not even trying. It's brilliant. Oh, and that's reminded me. We're doing, for the rest of the show, everyone that calls in has to do a Mick Jagger impression. Steve?
Dancing in the streets.
You can get away with it. Oh, well, listen, tell your friend who wrote on it. I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but it's now on my Sky Plus.
Okay, I could try to have her call in.
Oh, man, if you could, that would be fantastic.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and set that up for later in the week.
I absolutely love it. It's and it's kind of inspired me. I've got an idea in the back of my head for a show, which it's ripped off one little section from that show that I'm going to try and come up with.
Well, maybe you should pitch it to her. She's got an awesome agent.
Oh, man, well, maybe I should. Steve, what are you working on anything exciting at the moment?
No, just little films, just making little advertisements.
Oh, okay.
But, it's exciting because it's bringing me some good money.
The good money is always exciting.
Yes.
Hey, I heard you on, I podcasted Tommy Boyd's show from about 2 weeks ago when you were on there.
Oh, yeah. I was, even gave them a glimpse into my recording studio.
Oh, maybe I didn't see that. Maybe I didn't hear that one. I heard the one when you were on your deck.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was like a week ago, and then 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I try to vary my locations to give them more excitement.
Fat Steve, and it was you in the chat room I was talking to, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, because there are imposters around there.
Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed that theremin jam.
Oh, I've not seen it yet. Remind me what it was.
It's Gnarls Barkley's Crazy
on the theremin.
Man,
I will check it out. Cheers, Fat Steve. Good to talk to you.
Bye.
Cheers, fella. Bye. He's in Atlanta, the United States of America. How cool is that? Nights of Prosperity. Everyone who calls in now has to do a Mick Jagger impression. Chris has been practising his. We'll get Chris to do his a little bit later on. Gary!
Oh, pressure.
Come on, do the Mick Jagger.
I can't do my Mick Jagger.
No, it was good. It was quite good. Go on.
I'm Mick Jagger here. It's not Mick Jagger at all. I can't get the nasally bit. I can't do Mick Jagger.
Oh, it's Mick Jagger. I'm Mick Jagger. No, but if you look over, I'm in the Rolling Stones.
That's quite good. Kermit the Frog I can do.
Go on.
Hello, this is Kermit the Frog from the Sesame Street News.
That's quite good.
See, that's good. That's the winner. Can't do.
Is Mick Jagger. I got Keith Richards. I'm in the Rolling Stones. And next song we're going to do is Start Me Up.
Careful.
Huh?
Going a bit G-Man there.
Okay,
careful.
yeah.
Careful.
Anyway, Gary.
Anyway,
Yes.
I'll look out for that Nights of Prosperity programme.
It's very, very good.
You sold it well.
Yeah, it's very good. I was kind of surprised by it because I thought it was going to be rubbish, but it was actually brilliant.
Yeah. It's my birthday in 10 days' time.
Happy birthday! No, it's 10 days' time.
No, but I'm giving you some advance warning.
Right.
I'm going out that night.
Right.
You and Chris.
Yeah.
Ain't welcome to come.
Well, no, we're not. What, you're just going to go out on the lash?
Not on the lash, but it's a Thursday. You don't go on the lash on a Thursday.
But this is okay.
I'm going out for a few birthday drinks.
Okay, right. Well, we can't go out on a Thursday because we do this rubbish.
Oh.
And also, we want to go to people's parties. We don't just want to meet up in town for a
not
drink.
Having a party for 33.
Yeah, well, no, exactly. But we want to go to people who are throwing parties in like village halls and social clubs and stuff. That's what we want. We don't.
Dances and stuff.
Well, yeah, well, whatever. We don't just want to go, right, we're meeting in Covent Garden at 8:30 for a few aperitifs, and then at 10 we're moving on to... We don't want that. We want to go to, like, a party.
Well, if I organise a party...
Probably not.
No.
No. Well, basically, Gary, we're hoping that hot girls invite us out. So far, it's just been sad middle-aged men, such as yourself.
Right. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, yeah, if any girls want to ring up and invite me out for my birthday, you can sort that out. Hello?
Well, thanks for calling, Gary.
That's okay. Just thought I'd lay that out there.
Yes, in a rather embarrassing fashion, it has to be said.
Yeah.
A little bit sad. Oh, dear. OK, let's go to Roz. Hello, Roz.
Hello, Ian.
How you doing? You all right?
I'm fine, thank you. How you doing? You all right?
I'm very well.
You sound well today. You don't sound so much like you got a cold.
I've still got a bit of a cold. I'm still blowing my nose, but it's just in my nose now. It's the rest of my body is kind of feeling a bit perky and a bit alive.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm in a surprisingly good mood. I've had a really nice, relaxed day today, so it's all groovy.
So you've been chilling.
I've been chilling. Oh, and here comes a cup of Red Bush. Look at that. Don't get no better than that. Thank you, Chris. Anyway, Roz, what can I do for you?
Cinemas.
Yeah, what have you just picked up there, Chris?
My
Oh, okay, right, so. Yes. Something
Cinemas.
suspicious. Yes.
We got caught. My 10-year-old son. We went to see Mr. Woodcock yesterday. 10 people in the cinema.
Is that rubbish, that film?
It's kind of all right, but
Okay.
even if it's 12A, but like there's some really rude bits in it, like
Yeah.
really rude.
Yeah, I thought there might be.
Kind of, yeah, a bit dodgy, a bit whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
getting into the cinema, he's
Yeah.
got a Twix bar, big Twix bar, and he's really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And they took it off him. They wouldn't let us go in.
They took a Twix
they-
off him. Fascists.
They confiscated the Twix bar.
Where was he hiding it?
He had it in his house.
Nah.
Excited, isn't he? I mean, that was a wrong move, and I should have put it in my bag. I had, a bag of Smarties and
Yeah.
like,
That's so tight, though. What's a Twix? 30p, 40p?
Oh, but they sell Twixes, so we're not allowed to bring them in.
But I don't.
No, even though I own it.
In my day, when I was a kid, you used to be able to
Yeah,
take
you
stuff
should be
in.
able to.
And they, and what was it? Did you have a bit of an argument, or did you kind of just go?
No.
hand it over?
Yeah, we had an argument.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then they said because I said to them, I own it, so I'd like to put it in my bag,
Yeah.
keep the thing that I own. But they said, no, then we'll search you.
Oh.
And I said, so you search everybody? Yeah, we do, but they don't.
Did you get the Twix back at the end of the day?
Yeah, they gave us a little ticket, like a raffle ticket type of
A
thing.
Twix
with a number
raffle
on it.
ticket.
Yeah, number 86, and we got the Twix back afterwards.
And was your lad all right with it, or was he disappointed?
No, he was upset.
He wanted, but he
He wanted his Twix for the movie.
But he took his mind off it when he saw inappropriate sexual imagery on the screen while he was there with his mother.
He sat there kind of
Nice
quiet
one.
and like kind of frazzled.
When I was a kid, very quickly because we have to go to the travel. When I was a kid, I remember going to see Octopussy with my mum. Now James Bond films are filthy, and Octopussy was rubbish. But there's a bit where he's doing it with a woman on a boat, and I just remember just suddenly I was like, what was I like 10 or 11, and I just sort of froze and got all uncomfortable. I thought just end.
He didn't know where to look. He didn't know where to look. We were just laughing. But...
Roz, I've got to go, but thank you for that.
All right, no
Cheers.
problem.
Bye bye. What a lovely lady. 08456060973 is the phone number. It's the travel news now with Karen.
In Boreham Wood, Elstree Way is closed between Newark Green and Manor Way, where they're doing overnight works. The A1, because of that, will be a bit busier than usual as it's part of the diversion route. Queues in both directions on Wembley High Road. That's because of works outside the tube station. And in the city, the A10 Threadneedle Street, it's closed in both directions where a crane is working. In Rainham, you still won't be able to get onto Ferry Lane southbound from the A13 after a fire which happened earlier this afternoon. And there are temporary lights on the A24 Balham High Road at Old Devonshire Road for some overnight works. If you're going to be heading out onto the tubes, they're all fine, but from 10 o'clock, the Victoria line will be completely suspended. That's because they're going to do some engineering works. There'll be buses running instead between Walthamstow Central and Finsbury Park, and between Victoria and Brixton. LBC 97.3 travel, your next update in 30 minutes.
Nothing short of shameful. This government can find enough money to wage the wars, to buy the bombs, building damn silly places like the Dome that nobody gives a stuff about. And yet young men and women who get maimed and crippled, when they come back, what do? They ask us to dig into our pockets to set up a charity. Can you think of anything more perverse?
If your radio sounds powerful in the morning, then you're listening to Nick Ferrari at breakfast. Weekday mornings from 7. LBC 97.3. LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Is it Mange?
Sorry?
How do I pronounce your name?
Mange.
Mange. I'm so sorry. Chris has put mange up there, which is a disease that dogs get. I do apologise. Mange.
Yeah,
sorry, mate. Go on.
Yeah. Mate, I was just ringing up to let you know about this time I went to one of these complex cinemas in a big complex.
Yeah.
And me and my mates, we bought the cinema tickets, about 20 minutes, half an hour to go before the film.
Yeah.
Well, let's pop over the road. Big, one of these big burger places.
Yeah, nice.
Am I allowed to mention their name?
Well, do you need to?
Not really.
Then let's not do it then.
It's a pretty overpriced one.
Okay.
And,
Let's definitely not mention it then.
yeah, basically, we went there, we got our takeaway,
Yeah.
walked back into the cinema with our food bags and completely oblivious to the fact that you're not allowed to take your own food and drink into the cinema.
Yeah.
And waited in line, busy night. I think it was a film, we were sort of going back a couple of years. I think the film was quite a new...
Ghostbusters.
It was like the first day it had come out or something. There was a big queue, waited in the line, got to the front. All of a sudden, security over, sorry, sir, where you going with that? Where you going with that? And they took all our food off us.
Hang on, but you had burgers?
Burgers, fries.
Well, that's good. You can't take cooked food in there. You can't take burgers in there. I'm on the cinema side.
One of your callers said, oh, yeah, he stuffed his pockets with sweets and blah, blah, blah.
Well, sweeties are different. I don't want to smell your stinky burgers.
I know, but still, come on.
I don't want to smell you and your girlfriend's stinky burgers when I'm watching a film.
I went with the wife to the cinema last week.
I don't want to smell your wife's burger when she's watching a film.
£29.
It's a lot of money, I know. It's a lot of money.
£29 for 2 cinema tickets, some nachos.
Do you? I was about to say, do you remember? You weren't there with me when I was a kid. And I think, maybe it was the Octopussy again. And there was a weird man, right? And he had a plate of raw fish. He was eating raw fish in the cinema.
Yeah, but
it was the stinkiest thing. I can smell it now. It was the smelliest thing I have ever smelt in my life. Raw fish in the cinema? What a pervert. He was a pervert.
It's a bit OTT, innit? Come on in.
But you've got to understand, you can see that you and your wife and your smelly burgers, I don't want to...
point taken. When I was out, I was with my mates, with a load of lads. We'd gone out for a lads' night out. We got to the cinema and, look, we went and bought the burgers and the fries and the drinks and everything. I can take side a little bit with the cinema.
Okay.
But come on, mate. At the weekend with the wife, £29.
That's
to go and watch a movie. No wonder people are renting them.
What film did you watch?
It was... My God, I've forgotten now. Run, Fat Boy, Run.
Oh, is that any good? Is it rubbish?
Quite funny, actually, for a British film to be directed by, is it David Schwimmer?
Yeah, the bloke from Friends directed it.
Yeah, and actually he's done a very, very good job.
Well, I'll pass on your best.
No, it was very good.
Cheers, Manj.
All right, mate. Take it.
Bye-bye. You can't take burgers into a cinema. That is obvious. But I do think it's a bit tight. You can't take sweeties in. It's Martin.
Hello there.
Hello, Martin.
I'm a bit upset with you. You didn't want me to phone it anymore, my daughter told me.
Whoa. What was your daughter?
Game
of course,
girl.
Game girl, yeah. What was she lying about? Sorry, Martin? What was the lie that little
I
minx
couldn't
said?
quite hear what you were saying because I had to turn the radio off, but he said that you said, don't let him phone in again.
Oh, God. What? Is she still staying at you? Has she gone back to college?
No, I dropped her off at uni that night.
Good. Because she is a lying little two-faced little monkey.
Oh, right, but she
I
said
was
you
saying you're one of my best callers. It's great having you on.
Yeah, but she also said you offered to do a voiceover for her.
Did offer to do that. Me and Chris will go and do a voiceover for her one day.
Oh, that's very nice
A
of you.
freebie.
Oh, I might give you some of my old games then.
Whoa, hang on a second. What games?
I think I've got a box of old Amiga Commodore games in the attic.
Oh, I haven't got an Amiga, but I'll have them.
Yeah, well, I thought you might.
Yeah, I've got the museum start. All I need for the museum to get started now is some shelves. Now, I don't know how to fit shelves. I want nice shelves. I don't know how to fit them.
Well, you know what you want to do? You want to get the easy shelves to fit.
Yeah.
These are shelves that you bolt what's called a hideaway bracket.
Yeah.
Which is basically a metal bar, which you bolt to the wall, and out of that metal bar comes 2 metal sticks.
Right.
And then the shelf slides over these sticks so you don't see what's holding the shelf up.
No, I don't want to do that. What I want to do is I want someone to come and do that for me.
Oh, I could do it for you, but you don't live anywhere near me.
Well,
so.
I don't want you to do it. I want a professional handyman.
I am a professional. Well, I was a professional handyman.
Oh.
But I retired from that job and I do something much more laborious now.
What do you do that's more lugubrious?
I can't tell you.
Are you a spy?
No.
Okay. Are you a pimp?
No.
Okay. But how do I go about? Because I do want to get this on. All I need is the shelves, and then I can turn this spare room into the games museum.
Well, there's a company that offers little handyman jobs, goes out and he does it. Or you should just see it. Try and find yourself a little handyman down your road.
Yeah, I should. Because there is that 0800 handyman or whatever they're called.
Yeah, but they're bloody expensive.
Yeah.
Or get yourself a Polac.
I could get myself a Polac, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Well, if anyone knows where I can get...
I know loads of them, as I'm saying.
Yes, okay, right. Oh, okay, well, you know.
Yeah, I know loads of Polacks.
Okay, but can they put shelves up? Because not all Polacks are good at building.
Yeah, no, I've got a couple who are very good who I use from time to time.
Okay. Or send
I
them
mean, when
round.
I can't be bothered to do a certain type of job, I get them to do it.
Or send them round. Anyway, Martin, why have you called in?
Well, you were talking about food in cinemas, and me and my daughter, when one of the certain burger-style restaurants was doing buy one meal, get one free.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't resist buying a meal, can you?
Not to get one free, of course not.
Yeah, and then, of course, we're going to the cinemas, and now the question is, how do you get your Cokes and your burgers and your chips in there?
Yeah.
Lucky enough it was winter, so we're wearing our ski jackets anyway.
Yeah.
You just tuck them in all the big pockets. Buy your tickets, go in, sit down, and have a nice meal while watching a film.
But you can't take... I'm on the side of View and Odeon on this one. You can't take burgers into the cinema.
I'd rather smell a burger than popcorn. Popcorn really puts me off sitting in the cinema.
Is it popcorn? Yeah, I quite like the smell of popcorn because I think they put a chemical
No,
in
you
it.
don't eat it.
I can't taste it. I don't like it. It's horrible. It's just like cardboard.
Yeah, but if you're not eating popcorn, it's one of the worst smells in the world, especially if someone just dumped in the microwave and cooked some.
All I had, and my mouth is watering even before I've even said it, was a big bag of Pick and Mix that was £7.50, and it weren't that big actually. And all it was cola bottles, and some sweet.
What's your dentist tell you about your teeth eating all those sweets?
He says don't do it. He says don't. Oh, we've got Martin. You've got to do your Mick Jagger impression.
Mick Jagger? I was in a film with his brother, Chris. I'll do an impression of Chris Jagger.
Go on then.
Ah! He got killed in that film.
What film was that?
Life Force. I was a Walking Dead zombie.
Martin, on that note, we have to say goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Everyone that calls in, I've forgotten, has to do a Mick Jagger impression. Chris, we'll get your Mick Jagger impression after this.
Where does your front door lead? It could lead to this. Or even this.
Good evening, sir, madam. Your usual table on the terrace?
You see, using the value of your home to finance your investments is just one of the strategies that's helped thousands of Inside Track's customers build substantial property portfolios and create more than 200 property millionaires. To find out how, just call 0870 124 4613 to go to a free introductory workshop from Inside Track. It's the start of a program to help you get the best out of property, whether that's buy-to-let, buying a second home, or even a third. How to find them, how to finance them, buying off plan, how to negotiate discounts. Over 100,000 people have already attended free workshops from the UK's leading property education specialists. Join them and see how doors open for you. Book now. Call 0870 124 4613 or go to insidetrack.co.uk.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
So, to celebrate the magic of Nights of Prosperity, I wish we had this I wish I had something to give away, because this is genuinely, for us, quite a well thought out competition, but it's not a competition. Nights of Prosperity is a sitcom starring Mick Jagger, of all people, and it's brilliant. Everyone that calls in has to do a Mick Jagger impression. Now, Chris, earlier on I asked you to do one, and you said you had to do some research, did you? And you went and looked at him on the YouTube.
Yeah, I actually found a quote.
OK, well, are you going to do it for us?
Yeah.
Have you written it down?
Yeah.
Oh, you idiot. All right, go on then.
It's all right letting yourself go, as long as you can get yourself back.
It's all right letting yourself go, as long as you get yourself back. That's how you do it. That's Mick Jagger.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You sound more like Zippy. Do it. Seriously, is that it? Do it better than that. I insist you do it better. That is awful. Do you know who Mick Jagger is? Have you ever heard of him before?
Jagger, isn't it?
Yes. That's the man, yes.
It's all right letting yourself go.
Now you sound like a pervert.
Do someone else.
Paul, do a Mick Jagger.
Oh, hey, Keith. Get over it. Are you Keith? What's my name? Oh, I can't remember.
See, that's how you do a Mick Jagger.
That sounds like Zippy.
No, he sounds like Mick. Well, it's Mick Jagger. He's doing a good Jagger. You just sound like an idiot.
I think he's confused between Zippy and Jagger.
Yeah, exactly.
Zippy's the one like, oh, Bungo.
Oh, Jeffrey Bungo. Oh, don't zip my mouth up.
Yeah, that
Paul.
was much better.
Anyway, Paul, what can I do for thee on this? It's been a good show tonight. First good show we've done this year. Chin
It's been lovely.
Yeah, chin chin.
I'm going to tell you in just a minute.
Okay.
A story. It's a true story about how I got chased by some Scotch at the Edinburgh Festival who were very angry and were in a killing mood.
Oh, crikey.
While I was wearing a yellow leotard and carrying a coffin.
Uh-oh.
And they did want to kill me.
Yeah.
But and a few other people I was with.
Yeah.
But before I do, don't go and see Run for Fat Boy Run.
Is it rubbish?
It'll upset you so much.
Why?
Because he sort of tried to do a Richard Curtis. There's a woman who runs a cake shop, so she lives on a £6 million house on Hampstead Heath.
Yeah.
And isn't it quaint? And the house doesn't even exist on Hampstead Heath.
Right.
And you know the story by the end of scene 1 and what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's very dull. There's 1 or 2 amusing...
I've heard it's not that good and nothing happens. Paul, stay there. We'll get the rest of your story after the latest LBC. So, if you want to give us a call, cinemas, if you've ever been to the cinema on your own, I'm keen to know that. Ever thrown stuff at someone on stage? And Chris's topic that no one has picked up the phones about, advertising people's birthday by making banners and putting them on roundabouts. Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
At 9, court hears Menezes' last moments. Farmers hit by foot and mouth to get millions of pounds of aid. And the trainer almost killed by the killer whale she works with. It's 9 o'clock. I'm Katie Breathwick. New pictures have been released showing the last few minutes of John Charles de Menezes' life. The Brazilian was shot dead at a London tube station, mistaken for a suicide bomber. The footage was released by the Crown Prosecution Service after a police officer told a court about the moment he was killed at Stockwell tube station 2 years ago. Sky's Mark White was at the Old Bailey and says it was compelling stuff.
John Charles passes through the ticket barriers, 2 surveillance officers very close behind, as he then heads down onto the escalator, not knowing, of course, that just a few seconds later he would be gunned down 7 times, shot in the head.
Farmers affected by the current restrictions on livestock movement after the outbreak of foot and mouth disease are to be given a multi-million-pound support package. Environment Secretary Hilary Benn has announced £12.5 million is being made available for farmers in England to help ease the financial difficulties they face. The National Farmers Union estimates foot and mouth disease is costing farmers around £250 million in lost exports and lower meat prices. The jury in the Diana inquest has visited the scene of her fatal car crash in Paris. The 11-member panel were taken through the tunnel and shown the pillar that was hit by the Mercedes carrying the Princess and Dodi fired. They're returning to the Pont de l'Alma tunnel tonight to see it in the dark. A killer whale at a marine park hit its trainer and repeatedly dragged her underwater until it finally freed the woman with a badly bruised chest and a broken arm. The trainer, 29-year-old German national Claudia Volhart, remained in hospital tonight after her weekend scare at Lora Parque at Zoo on Tenerife. Volhart was working with the 1.5-ton orca, rehearsing a trick when something went wrong. Sports and QPR at home to Norwich tonight. It's a relegation battle currently at Loftus Road. The scoreline is 0-0. Showbiz and celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay is creating a stew in the Big Apple. He's gained 2 Michelin stars for his first US restaurant, Gordon Ramsay, at the London. According to the Michelin Guide, the Hell's Kitchen stars won praise for consistency in cuisine and service. Ramsay's Midtown Manhattan restaurant starred on his flagship restaurant, Gordon Ramsay, the only London restaurant to win 3 stars. Travel-wise, in 1 hour from now, the Victoria line will be completely suspended for engineering works, but there will be some replacement buses running. And don't forget, if you're away from your radio and want to stay in touch with the latest news, weather and travel, you can call 0901 723 6666. Calls cost 35 pence a minute from a BT landline. London's weather, cloudy and misty tonight, lows down to 13 Celsius. Heavy rain on the way first thing tomorrow, but clearing later to leave us some sunshine. Highs up to 17 Celsius. This is LBC.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Good evening.
LBC 97.3.
It's the Tuesday topical text vote. Influence the news by texting a radio station.
Funny, I forgot about that, but we should start doing that again.
Yes or no. That's all you have to say. You can do that, can't you?
But don't text, by the way. Don't text. We're not actually doing. Oh God, it's the Blue Peter Cat and GMTV all over again, ladies and gentlemen. Don't text. I was just playing that don't text. Please don't. Right. Hey, Paul, did you know it's the jury in the Lady Di death trial have gone to Paris?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they got a nice little jolly. Do you know what happened when they were there?
Probably.
This is so cool.
Nothing.
This is so cool. No, something did. This is so cool. The coach that they were in.
It crashed.
It crashed. It crashed.
Come on.
How cool is that? It crashed.
That's brilliant.
And so they can go away and go, well...
It's a topic, Ian.
Well, there we go. It is a topic. It's a news topic. Are you listening,
Yeah.
Globotech? It's a news topic. The bus... I don't... Well, there's no... Hang on, it's not a topic. There's no question.
Do you find it ironic?
Well, you can't just have a yes-no question as a topic.
Yeah, but it gets them off the radio much quicker.
It does, you're right.
To a
But
decent topic.
I did laugh at that. I did laugh at that.
It's nice to find something amusing in it all.
Yeah.
Especially a story that's so old.
Yeah, boring, rubbish story that no one cares about has suddenly been given a new lease of life by more inadequate driving by the French. Well done, France. Well done.
Yes, well done.
Anyway, Paul, let's get to the main stuff. Yes.
This, Ian, is better than Diana.
Oh, wow, OK.
Oh,
that's
just a
something.
little quickie.
Yes.
When I was 7, I went to the cinema with my mate, and we were very naughty, us two. We used to go on our own. We bought loads of spare ribs.
Yes.
We used to have eating competitions. We had sort of several portions each.
Right.
When we walked out, we just turned around and looked, and in the aisle was just this pile of bones that we'd left.
Yes.
It was very weird. Now, that's better than Diana.
I wasn't listening to you. I was actually reading an email.
Was it a good one?
It was about Nights of Prosperity from Nick, the TV show I'm talking about with Mick Jagger, and then also a thing called Big Day, which I missed, and The Winner, which I caught the end of, and I do like Rob Corddry, who's in that, but I didn't think it looked that good.
Corddry or Corddry?
Corddry. The Sarah Silverman show is starting on Paramount now. She's not that funny, but boy, she's beautiful.
Oh, that's enough. That does it for me.
Yep.
You can even turn the volume down.
Get to your point!
Sorry. Ian, what happened years ago when I was an actor in the early 90s, it was about 1990.
Yes.
I ended up...
So that's very early 90s.
It was the very early 90s.
Yeah.
I ended up sort of being... you know what actors are like. They think, yeah, I'll go and do that. Great. They're idiots and gullible, I was.
Yeah.
So I ended up going on to Edinburgh, and they said, we'll pay your expenses, and then it turned out we had to.
Yeah, of course.
And it turned out
Profit share.
we didn't have anywhere to stay.
Profit
and
share, yeah.
it turned out that the venue was, in fact, a bit of rostra outside Waverley Shopping Centre with a Scotsman urinating against it.
Oh, no.
It was just awful. And we ended up doing this show where we were each a speck of dust from a cremated body.
Oh, sweet God.
Yeah, and I was playing the libido.
Oh, dear.
And anyway, there was this thing where on the last night they said, we can get on Sky TV, and I was ashamed to be in this. It was awful.
Yeah.
And I was being really camp and French and wearing a yellow leotard from head to foot.
Yeah.
You know, and
I do.
being sort of I just want to make a love all night, and just silly and camp.
Yes.
And
a bit racist.
We went to this place, and, I was saying, can you go and check it out? And they're saying, yeah, this is really great. And they all got overexcited, and we went down there. And in the show, we had a coffin. Yeah? So we went down there, and it's this enormous sort of, I don't know, bit of some university or something, enormous hall, massive, that smelt of wheat and beer.
Okay, yeah.
And every Scotch in there just wanted to slit a performer's throat.
Of course,
I think they went out performer bashing.
That's what they do in Edinburgh during the festival. They hate the festival, the Scotch.
Well, it was unbelievable. There was some really hot, hardcore, edgy comedians on.
Yes.
And they were just sort of I'm going to slit your throat.
It wasn't the Bear Pit, was it? What used to be known as the Bear Pit in the university?
It must have been, but they didn't call it that to us. They probably said, this is some other pit that we all got sort of excited about and went to. And anyway, we lasted 10 minutes before they brought the curtain down.
Yes.
And I was camping about, and we had to run, literally, carrying a coffin in our head-to-foot leotards, throw it in the minibus, chased by very, very angry, drunken Scotchmen who wanted to cut us up and eat us. And we ran and we managed to get the minibus started and take off, being pursued by these very angry, very irate, upset people.
Did I get that music in just for the end of the story?
You did.
Oh,
That was
nuts.
the end.
Oh, nuts. That would have been proper good. Paul, thank you for that.
My pleasure.
Good lad. Right. I don't quite know what was the point of that story. Did that time with Knights of Prosperity? No. Showing off delivery men? No. Cinema? No. Throwing stuff at the stage? No.
Birthday banners on roundabouts?
No. No one's called in about that, mate. No one. Bob is in Paddington.
All right, Ian, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you, Bob.
Right, you want what's this Mick Jagger thing?
Oh, that's a good one.
Hang on, I ain't started yet.
That's brilliant.
Wait.
Steady.
All right. Yeah, you want to know something funny, Ian? Yeah, right. We was on tour in South America, yeah, and we was playing Scrabble with Keith Richards, yeah, and he spelled table with 2 B's. What a nutter!
Yeah, no, you've misunderstood. It's Mick Jagger, not Michael Caine.
Hang on. Oh, wait a minute.
That's a good one.
Calling out the class double. Are you ready for a brand new beat? No, that's the other guy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Bowie.
Right, okay, let me think. Yeah, man, you know what I mean? Like, if you remember, the 1960s, yeah, you weren't there.
Bob, I'm going to have to cut you off.
Why?
Because it was rubbish. Yes, Harry.
Hi.
Hey, Harry, how's it going?
Fine, thanks. I'm calling in because I'm going to school every day, and
that's good.
I asked my friends if
So you
they've
should.
seen any new films, because I see loads.
Yes.
They're like, no, so there's nothing to talk about. I was wondering, have you seen any new films in the cinema lately?
I've seen The Heartbreak Kid with Ben Stiller.
Oh, I want to see that, but it's 15.
Ah, how old are you?
10.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm 11 in 2 months.
well, it's still 10 though, isn't it? 10.
You have to wait till it comes out.
Yeah. That's all I've seen for ages.
But I've seen recently, I've seen Spider-Man 3.
That's rubbish.
Or Transformers.
Oh, is that any good?
Some Fat Boy Run. And Rush Hour 3.
Rush Hour 3?
Yeah.
Is that any good?
Yeah.
I do like the first 2 Rush Hour films.
This one's the best one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I was going to go and see it, the pictures, then I didn't for some reason. Harry, can you do a Mick Jagger impression for me?
Talking about my generation.
No, right, okay. Now, Harry, you got the wrong song, you got the wrong band. It doesn't matter. Even that is better than Agent Chris's Mick Jagger impression. What? He was singing a song by The Who, which don't matter. Good band. But even though he got the wrong singer and the wrong band, it was better, Chris, than anything you could do. And this young lad is like 17 years your junior. Shame on you, Chris. Well done you, Harry. Harry, thank you for that.
Yeah, bye.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye. Much, much better than you. Much better. And I bet he's wearing a hoodie. But he's probably packing a knife, that young fella. And he was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Roy!
Ian.
Hello, Roy.
You know what? It's the first time I've ever rang you.
Yes.
It's a great pleasure, you know?
It's a pleasure for me too.
Roy, I've got something to tell you that's...
Roy, I'm sorry, before we go any further, I do have to ask you, the entrance fee this evening is one Mick Jagger, please.
Right, I'll do my best. I ain't got no satisfaction.
Oh, I'm enjoying this. Yes, all right, Roy. You're in. You've got through the door. What can I do for you?
Well, I went to the cinema last week.
Yes.
And I nearly had the most frightening experience. No, I mean this.
Yes.
It was the most frightening experience because I got my ticket. I was going to see Jodie Foster, you see.
Oh, do you know her?
Well, no, I was going to see the film.
Oh, she's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's got a gun on the poster.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I looked up and I thought, I'll go and see the remake of Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
So I went into the cinema, I got my ticket, went into the cinema, looked round, nobody was there. It was empty.
Uh-oh.
So I sat down and I thought, well, the trailers were on. I thought, well, a few people are coming in a minute. Film started, still empty. When I sat through that film, it's the most gory, bloodthirsty film I think I've seen for years. And I kept looking over my shoulder because I thought I was hearing a noise behind me. And I sat there and it was absolutely terrifying. And yet I couldn't move. I had to wait till the end. And I came out and I felt I needed to go, reviving some way or another because it was in a terrible state.
So, Roy, you sat in a cinema all on your own, watching a scary, scary movie.
Yeah, I did.
And you got scared.
God, did I?
What a baby. It's just a film, you big baby. It's just a film. No one's going to murder
Have you
you.
seen it?
No, is it any good? 'Cause I'm a big fan of the original Halloween.
Well, that's the trouble. You see, this goes back to Michael at the age of 10, you see.
Oh, so it's like a
He was
prequel.
massacring his family.
Oh, okay. So that's the reason he got put in a mental home or something. Oh.
And you see all that, and you see even more. And I mean, I think the original was much better.
The original. Do you know, I've got the original Sky Plus, actually.
Yeah.
And I think on Halloween night, I'm going to make my girlfriend watch it, because we like watching scary films together.
Fabulous film.
Yeah, well, it is good. I remember watching it when I was like, I don't know, 12 or something, and just being terrified by it. I don't know if I'd still be scared by it, though.
But this one is really, it's a Rob Zombie film, and it is quite terrifying. And of course, wasn't that black and white, the original one?
Don't be so stupid.
It was in colour, was it?
Yeah, of course it was in colour. You're thinking of Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh no, I'm not.
It was in colour. It was about 1978, and it went a little bit like this.
Yeah.
Roy, thank you for that.
Okay, Ian.
Cheers, fella. There we go. 0845 60 60 973. More of your calls after this. Driving news now, Karen Mers.
The tubes are fine, absolutely fine at the moment, but they won't be after 10 o'clock. The whole of the Victoria line will be suspended, and there'll be buses running instead between Walthamstow Central and Finsbury Park, and also between Victoria and Brixton. If you want to use the rest of the line through the centre of town, you have to use an alternative tube line instead. There'll be no buses running as an alternative for you there. In Borehamwood, Elstree Way is closed between Newark Green and Manor Way for some overnight works. Queues in both directions on Wembley High Road because of some work still continuing outside the tube station. In the city, the A10 Threadneedle Street is closed in both directions where a crane is working, and there are temporary traffic lights on the A24 Balham High Road at Old Devonshire Road where they're doing some overnight works. In Rainham, you still can't get onto the Ferry Lane southbound from the A13. That's after a fire which happened earlier on this afternoon. LBC 97.3 travel, your next update in 30 minutes.
Wake up with Steve Allen.
I've discovered there's no point in having an expensive alarm clock. You don't want Big Ben chiming away in your bedroom. Oh, the one I bought in the pound shop, which eventually gave up the ghost after goodness knows how many years, started off going beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. And of course you lie there and all you can hear is this little tinny thing going through your mind. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. And so I bought this other one, which does exactly the same. Beep, 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 beep. It's got a slightly lower tone, as you can imagine. And normally, the moment I turn the alarm off, I turn the light on, because I've got a remote control light. You know, you sort of go like that and the lights come on, which seems a bit pointless, because sometimes you haven't got the energy to do that first thing in the morning, let alone actually get out of bed.
Set your alarm, whatever noise it makes, and wake up with Steve Allen, Monday to Thursday from 5, and for weekend breakfast from 8. LBC 97.3.
Time is like money. Any that you have spare is very precious. So why don't you invest some of your time in something really worthwhile? GlaxoSmithKline are looking for volunteers to take part in medical trials at Clinical Imaging Centre London. In return, you'll be compensated for your time and inconvenience. So if you're healthy and aged between 18 and 60, then call us today on 0800 707 6068. That's 0800 707 6068. And find out how you can invest in the future. Help us help people to do more, feel better, live longer.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
0845 60 60 973 is the telephone number. Now, we've got a long list of stuff we're talking about. I'll do a recap after 9:30. You'll probably get some of it from the next few calls. But you can also call in, and I can't stress this enough, and no one does, really. You can call in with, you know, anything you want to talk about. You don't, Chris, you don't turn people away, do you? Because sometimes I find out months later you've done stuff against my strict wishes. You don't turn people away who call up with their own thing, do you?
No, I welcome everyone.
This is what I've heard. So there we go. Chris is open to persuasion. 0845 60 60 973 is the telephone number. I'm here till 10 o'clock, and then it's Clive Ball. Let's go to Mark. Hello, Mark.
Hello.
Hello, Mark, boss. What can I do for you?
You need an impression of Mick Jagger, right?
Oh, that's too right, I do, yeah.
Hey, Keith, I think somebody's done something a bit dodgy to these marshmallows. That was Mick Jagger.
And that was Mark in the Fulham. Chris, do your impression again, because you've been practicing now and it's a little bit better.
It's all right letting yourself go, as long as you can get yourself back.
My brain hurts! You sound like one of the Monty Python things. You can't do a voice like that. That's terrible. So it's better than the one you were doing earlier when you sounded like you were a deaf person.
What?
Oh, it's Mick Jagger here from the Rolling Stones, and I played a big concert in the 1970s.
No, this is Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones.
Oh, I'm Mick Jagger.
Oh, I'm Mick Jagger.
I thought he don't sound like me. I'm
No,
Mick Jagger.
he sounds like me.
You sound like a pervert from Cornwall. Yeah, it's true. Vicky? You know the entrance fee, I'm afraid. The entrance fee this evening, everyone has to pay with a Mick Jagger impression.
Oh, well, I have to... Okay. My name is Mick Jagger.
That's not bad.
I know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, you.
Oh, you know.
Oh, it's Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones. Oh, Keith Richards. Oh, Jerry, don't leave me.
Betty.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, let's all calm down before we start having fun.
Yeah.
What do you want?
All right, well...
You can stop doing the Mick Jagger now.
Can't I just do Mick Jagger all the way through the call?
No.
Oh, go on.
No, because his voice creeps me out a little bit.
It is a little bit, you know.
How can a man... He keeps that voice up for his whole life. For the past 72 years, he's been speaking like that.
It sounds like he's constantly holding his breath.
I think he has to.
Yeah.
Because Keith Richards is famous for dropping one, and he doesn't want to smell it. Don't do mucky. Don't do mucky. We don't do mucky now. We don't do mucky now.
Okay. Right,
Yes.
listen.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
These signs on roundabouts for people's birthdays.
Hang on a second. Yes. Yeah. This is Chris's topic we put out over an hour ago.
I wondered why he was so excited.
No one. Are you sure he didn't phone you up himself and say I'm so desperate?
So you I don't think you guys have got my number. But I've moved.
I've always got your number.
You've always got my number.
I've always got your number. So you have phoned up spontaneously to talk about Chris's topic, which I genuinely thought was a good topic. It made me laugh out loud when he told it to me.
He was well chuffed when I called.
I bet he was. About people putting signs on roundabouts and banners to celebrate people's birthdays.
Yeah, well, there was somebody called Chelsea in New Addington's birthday about 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, because I saw the banner. Now, if somebody did that to me...
Yes.
I'd hunt them down.
Yes, I wouldn't like that.
No, me neither. I mean, I now live in a much classier area of Croydon.
Oh, well, there's a classier area in Croydon?
Well, I live near Addington Village, which is very, very posh.
Oh, okay.
I live about a 5-minute walk from Addington Village.
Okay, that's about 3
the
miles.
petrol station
Yes.
is actually an M&S Simple Food.
Oh, I like these petrol stations that are M&S.
You can get fags and food at one
Fags and food. Oh, isn't that a great name for a shop? Fags and food. What a brilliant name for a little shop. Fags and food.
Actually, I'm going to go and open a shop right now.
You should do.
Food. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
Was there anything... Have you done it?
Well, no, it was just an observation that these little sign things that go up for people's birthdays are generally in lower class areas.
Yes, it's the poor.
Yeah, it is the poor.
The poor think it's amusing to put banners on roundabouts.
Yeah, with a picture of the person in the paper.
I've been really tempted because quite often you see on roundabouts signs saying, "Want to advertise here? Then call Keith on da-la-la, da-la-la." And I think, how much does it cost to advertise on a roundabout? I've got stuff I'd like to say on a roundabout.
Oh, I can think of loads of things.
Oh, I've certainly got one or two things that could go up on a roundabout.
Maybe that's another topic.
Yeah.
Things you want to advertise on a roundabout.
Well, let's just say we haven't got many calls for the last 30 minutes of the show, so let's put it out as a topic and see what happens. Things you want to advertise or say on roundabouts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be popular.
We'll see, Vicky. The phones haven't been... give it 7 seconds. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Not a call!
Oh, for God's sake.
Never mind. Thank you, Vicky.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Keith is in Park Royal. Keith?
Hello, how are you? Ian.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you? What's your accent? You say hello again?
Well, hi, Ian. How you doing?
No, you said hello.
I did say hello, yes.
No, you didn't. You said hello.
Was it a hello?
It was a hello.
It was perhaps it was. My diction is not as good as it should have been.
No, it don't. You have a wonderful, marvellous, rich, fantastic voice.
Well, it's very kind of you, and I do a bit of singing, I must say.
Go on, you got to give us a bit Mick Jagger, please.
Well, hang on a second. Let's talk about that for a second.
Well, the Mick Jagger's the entrance fee to the
Oh,
party
no, I
tonight.
understand that. I'm not disputing the fact of the entrance fee. It's just that I'm not a very good Mick Jagger impressionist. But mind you, I can do his dance. I mean, if you can imagine him saying "Brown Sugar" with his left hand in the air and his right hand on his belt and his knees going up and down. Now, I can do that pretty good, but you can't see it.
No, I can't see it. So therefore, Keith, you're not going to get away with it with trying to do visualisations. Do a Mick...
Sugar, what more can I say from that? Brown Sugar was the song, wasn't it?
Do a Mick Jagger impression.
Sorry, you're breaking up a bit.
Right, well, I'm cutting you off.
Still breaking up a bit.
There we go, he's gone. He's not going to... I'm not being funny. If you're not prepared to pay the entrance fee, then you're not coming into the private party this evening. And yes, I know, I've said this before, Rolling Stones, one of the most overrated bands of all time. Just absolute guff. Apart from... Angie's a nice song. You can't always get what you want, brackets, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need, close brackets. Yep, that's it. Those are the only good Rolling Stones songs. Well, we don't have that discussion again, but everyone who calls in has to do an impression of Mick Jagger. Jim, have you got your entrance fee ready?
I have indeed.
Let's have it.
It's Jim from Northwood doing Mick Jagger in the style of Britney Spears.
Good lad.
Baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right? Keith, stop it, Keith.
You sound like a guy who lives near the recycling bins near me. After he's had a few bottles of scotch. Jim, was there anything else?
No, that was it. Thank you.
Good lad, thank you. He called in just to do that. Well done. 0845 6060 973. Really? Simon?
Hello?
Hello, Simon.
I can't get no... And I'm doing the lips, and I did say to Chris that I wouldn't be able to do it, but I've done it.
Simon, you proved them all wrong.
Well, yes, I proved something to myself, perhaps.
And now you're doing your Ken Livingstone.
Yes.
Good lad. Well, thank you, Simon, for doing that. What can we do for you?
Well, you were speaking earlier about people who'd gone to the cinema on their own.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Absolutely.
But absolutely, but with no one else in the cinema at all.
Nobody else at all.
Yeah.
1987, Isha, Odeon.
Yes.
Evil Dead 2.
Ooh.
Completely on my own.
Fantastic.
And I have to be honest, I was a bit nervous at first.
Yeah.
As I am now. But it was a good experience.
It's great because it's like, well, it's like having a cinema all to yourself because you've got a cinema all to yourself.
Absolutely.
And I'm disappointed now that everyone else so far has seen horror films on their own. I saw the flipping Brady Bunch movie.
Well, I was going to say that. Yes. Did you enjoy seeing that on your own?
I did enjoy the Brady Bunch film, to be honest. And also, I went because this is when I was really into the Monkees a lot, and Davy Jones pops up in there, and that kind of did it for me. But if only I could be, if I could be guaranteed that I would be in the cinema on my own, I would go more often.
Yes, I mean, I have to say it was a great experience.
Yeah.
And if I could go to the cinema and have the place to myself, it would be great.
Simon, listen, man, thank you very much for that. Thanks for your Mick Jagger.
Thank you. Take care.
Cheers, boss. There we go. Good lad. All right. 0845 6060 973 is the telephone number. Let's be honest, shall we? A bit quiet on the phones. By that I mean we ain't got nothing. Now I'm here for another 32 minutes, and I have nobody to speak to on the phone. And I'm bored of speaking to Chris.
What?
I'm bored. I can fill these last 2 minutes on my own without you, Chris.
Could you, Mick Jagger?
Do that again.
Could you, Mick Jagger?
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard you do. Right. So let's have a little recap now of what we're doing. And then maybe we'll put something new into the mix after 5:30. So you can give us a call, 0845 6060 973. As you know, the entrance fee tonight is one Mick Jagger. Now, that could be scaring people away from the calls, but I'm going to stick to it. Even if we get no more calls for the rest of the show, that I'm going to insist that if you do want to come on the air, you have to do a Mick Jagger impression. Now, you've heard from everybody else so far. They've been absolute cack. Some people have only done a few lines. That's all you need to do. So we're doing that. We're asking, have you ever been to the cinema on your own, entirely on your own, where the place has been empty? What did you see? Ever thrown stuff at the stage? I was hoping we get more calls than that, I'll be honest. Ever seen a band it's common to throw things at bands, but at a play? Ever thrown anything at a play? Or at a cinema screen? 0845 6060 973. We talked earlier on about delivery men. The blokes, I'd say, good lads, they did it, but they were a tiny little sofa bed, and they looked at the stairs and went, yes, I don't think we're going to get it up. We'll have a go, but I don't think we're going to... It fitted up easily. They didn't have to do any twisting, nothing. They got it up there easily. And then when I said I had a double mattress that couldn't get through once, the fat guy said, there ain't a double mattress in the world I couldn't get up them stairs. Oh, dearie me. And, well, I think that's... and we have mentioned other stuff, but I kind of forgotten what it was. 0845 6060 973. Don't forget, if you want to get on the air tonight, during my show, it's one Mick Jagger impression from everyone. That's all. It's not much to ask, is it?
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
It's 9:30. I'm Katie Breathwick. A police officer has described the moment that innocent John Charles de Menezes was wrongly shot as a suicide bomber at Stockwell Tube Station. The surveillance officer, codenamed Ivor, told the Old Bailey that it had been a distressing and shocking incident for passengers who fled the tube carriage in July 2005. 18 people have been arrested following a protest at a power station in Kent. Around 26 Greenpeace members staged a protest at the King's North power station in Medway earlier today. They're calling on Gordon Brown to reject plans for Britain's first new coal-fired generator in more than 20 years. Power company Iain wants the plant to supply electricity to 1.5 million homes. The jury in the Diana inquest has visited the scene of her fatal car crash in Paris. The 11-member jury are returning to the Pont de l'Alma tunnel tonight. And good news for QPR fans as their team hosts Norwich in a relegation battle. The home team have gone 1-0 up thanks to a penalty from Martin Rowlands in the 67th minute. London's weather, cloudy and misty tonight, lows down to 13 Celsius. Tomorrow, heavy rain to start off with, drier later. This is LBC, it's 9:31.
I'm Gabby Logan, TV presenter and mother of two, but I almost wasn't. I'll always remember the day my twins were born. I had a natural birth, but then I developed complications. I lost a lot of blood and spent the next 3 hours in the operating theatre. I never thought I'd end up needing blood. I mean, I was having babies. I hadn't been involved in an accident. But if it hadn't been for 4 amazing people who'd given blood, I wouldn't have survived. And Reuben and Lois wouldn't have their mum.
Your local blood bank is short of regular donors. So please visit blood.co.uk to find your nearest donor session and do something amazing. Give blood.
Wayne Rooney or George Clooney? Robin Van Persie or Robert De Niro? Johnny Wilkinson or Johnny Depp? Now on Sky TV, you've got a choice. For £35 a month, you could get Sky TV with a choice of Sky Sports or movies, plus wireless Sky broadband and the Sky Talk Home phone service. All 3 for just £35 a month. All you have to decide is John Terry or Halle Berry, Tiger Woods or Jeremy Irons. For our biggest ever season of sport or our greatest ever choice of movies, call 0870 9800. Sky. Believe in better.
£30 standard set-up cost and BT line rental payable, subject to availability and equipment. Other product and price combinations available. Minimum contract 12 months. Further terms apply.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Oh, and the other topic was that no one's really been... no one's raised... I can't speak all of a sudden. I've suddenly just been hit by a massive wave of exhaustion. And I've got a slightly upset stomach. I won't go into details, but suddenly, ooh... the other thing that no one's really picked up on was why would you celebrate someone's birthday by putting a rubbish banner on a roundabout? Who are you? 0845 6060 973. David in the Neasden.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
I'm just phoning to do my Mick Jagger impression because I think you don't really give him credit for being the complex, chameleon-like character that he is.
OK. This is Jagger you're talking about, is it?
Jagger, yes. Not comedian, chameleon.
Chameleon, OK.
Because I don't know if anyone's seen the interview with him in about 1959 when he was about 16. He was a public school student and he was being interviewed about the right type of footwear to wear when going camping.
I have not seen that. No, I'd love to though.
I've seen it on a couple of clip shows. It's yes. Well, this is the type of shoe I'm wearing, and then flash forward to 1965, and suddenly being interviewed on Ready Steady Go, he's a Cockney.
Yes.
He's a rebel, and he's got his Cockney.
He's the first Mockney, isn't he? They're all quite well to do, the Rolling Stones, aren't they? In terms of class and their upbringing.
They're landed country now. In fact, I think what's his name? Bill Wyman now lives in a stately home.
Yeah.
But also, just from the point of view of singing,
yes,
he's quite a chameleon in terms of his singing. It's not all the everything is wrong since my baby left me. It's not all that sort of thing.
Right.
Do you know the song called Ruby Tuesday?
Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday.
Well, I think you're singing it in the caricature.
That's how he sings Ruby Tuesday. Though. He does sing exactly the same all the way through.
He's not as bad as that. He's a bit mellower on that one.
No.
I suppose it's like the Quo. No one ever thinks that the Quo can do anything more than their three-chord.
Oh, the blooming Andrew, the Rick Parfitt's driver, phoned me up tonight, and I forgot to call him back. Andrew, I'll give you a call tomorrow if you're listening. We're trying to get the Quo in.
Well, they can do more than that. I mean, they did Margarita Time, and they did In the Army Now.
No,
and I think the Stones are a bit more versatile.
No, I cannot stand. We Love You's a good song. We Love You, Angie, and You Can't Always Get What You Want are good songs. The rest of it, no, thank you.
And what about the bass line? And I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Never mind Mick Jagger and his vocals. What about...
It's a nice little riff. It's a nice little 60s riff, but it's nothing special.
But it's been sampled and reused again and again and again.
But that's just because it's so iconic. It doesn't mean it's good.
It doesn't mean it's good, but there's a lot of things... but there's not much stuff which is sampled just because it's iconic. Most of it's sampled because it's good as well.
Well, no, a lot of stuff that's sampled is sampled because it's so familiar. But familiar doesn't mean good.
Well, not necessarily, and I suppose you could doubt the musical merits of the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech, which has been used in a few songs as a sample. But anyway, that's all I found up to say.
David, I don't want to fall out with you over Mick Jagger, please.
We're not falling out. We'll agree to differ.
Oh, good lad. All right, David, thank you for that.
He's the Robin Asquith of pop.
Well, again, you make it sound like that's a good thing, but it isn't. Oh, man. 0845 6060 973. I'm here till 10 o'clock. Then it's Clive Bull. His producer Bob is bunking. Oh, he's ill. Sorry, he's ill. Crazy Bob is ill. Gino!
Oh, hello, Ian.
Gino, you know the entrance fee, sir?
Yeah, but can you do a Mick Jagger and I copy you?
My name's Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones.
My name's Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones.
There we go, that'll do. Oh, hang on 1 second. Hang on, stay there.
Okay.
Line 2, can you do a Mick Jagger?
I can't do a Mick Jagger.
Well, then you can't come on, I'm afraid.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah, go on, Gino, it's your turn.
Ian, right, before I get on to what I want to say,
yes.
You know how sometimes you get a bit moody when people go on about your previous stuff on the telly?
Do I get moody?
No, anyway.
Maybe I do get moody. Yeah, maybe. Yes.
I saw a recent picture of you, and the ones you get uptight, you don't even look the same.
I may not be
completely different.
I do look different, don't I?
Completely.
I'm grey and fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're completely different. So, it's just comical now because anyway. But why I'm phoning?
I'm getting uptight now. What's he talking about?
Ian.
What? Yes.
Have
Gino?
you ever been to the cinema on your own?
Yes. But when we say on their own, I mean without anybody else in there at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I done it.
Yeah.
A movie called a John Walters movie.
Yeah.
Called Hairspray with Divine
and Ricky Lake.
Yeah, and Ricky Lake.
Yeah.
And I went to see that.
Yeah.
Went to see it Monday after work.
What, this week?
No, going back.
Because you know they've remade it.
Yeah, but I'm just avoiding that like the plague.
Yeah, it looks good. And they're doing a music. There's a stage musical as well with Mel Smith in, of all people.
Avoid that even more so.
Yeah, like a double plague.
I went to see Hairspray Monday after work.
Yeah.
Tuesday after work.
Wednesday after work.
Thursday after work. And then I went on a Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there all on my lonesome, quite happy.
Yeah.
And these two girls in front of me have gone, could never go to the cinema on my own. And it just completely did me head in.
Hang on, sorry, I've entirely missed the point of this story, Gino.
I went to the cinema.
Monday
5
after work.
consecutive nights. Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. After work.
On the Friday, the two girls sitting in front of me started to bitch about how they couldn't ever go to the cinema on their own. And it cracked me up. I stopped going.
Well, hang on a second. So when you went for 4 days to see the same film?
No, the music was fantastic.
But are you telling me there was no one else in the cinema?
No.
That's what we're talking about.
No, it was at 5 o'clock and it's as empty as it can be.
So it was literally just you in there?
No, me and maybe half a dozen others.
But that's not being in the cinema on your own.
Okay, when we once went to Dublin, Mr. Ferry, so we drove for an hour to the cinema, and there were just the three of us in there.
But that's not being in the cinema on your own. That's you and two other people.
Okay.
You've really tried to crowbar yourself into this story, Gino, and you don't fit at all. You're not welcome here. Go away. Go away. No, he's not well. No, you can't just bend a story.
We're not really in a position to turn away callers, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm banking that Colin can last 5 minutes and can take us up to the travel break. Colin, all right?
Yes, Mr. Iain Lee, how are you?
Good lad. Pay your entrance fee, please.
Great, well, excuse all that.
Well, that sounds like Borat. Okay, but we'll let you in. You've got in. You've got through the door, Colin. What have you got for us? Bearing in mind, you have to last 4.5 minutes.
Easy.
Okay.
Should have put me a harder challenge in, you know.
Oh, okay. Go on then.
Well, so basically, I'm just travelling past Fleet Services, and I've come across a speeding sign with a camera on it that says variable speed camera in operation.
Right.
I'm just I don't know how to address the variable speed camera. What am I supposed to do? You know. Does that mean I have to constantly change speed in order not to get busted, or?
I don't know what's a variable speed. Well, that means it can change with if there's different speeds on the motorway, like if there's roadworks or something.
But there's no roadworks. There's no other speed limit. It's just one sign, nothing else.
Well, then I'd stick at and there's no sign telling you to do a different speed or anything.
No, nothing at all.
Then stick at the whatever you're doing then, as long as it's below 70, of course.
Well, also, but it's just a whole kind of thing about road signs in general. I mean, you know when you get that sign on the side of the road that has a picture of a plane in a red triangle? What are you supposed to do with that? How are you supposed to avoid a plane?
Well, all it means is just keep your eyes open. This isn't
I kind of don't understand the point of it, really.
Okay, this is not going to last up to the break. We're struggling
Yes, it will.
already. We're struggling already with 3.5 minutes.
We're not struggling. Let's talk about something.
Okay.
Cinema by yourself.
Yes.
I've been to the cinema by myself. It's boring. Rubbish.
Don't fear the magic, Colin. Don't fear it.
Don't fear the magic, be the magic.
Don't fear the magic, be the magic.
You know this thing about taking food into cinemas and whatnot?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just cinemas that it happens to, it's everywhere else. I tried to take food into a doctor's surgery once, I got thrown out.
You can't take food. Now, you're too young to remember this, Colin.
Go on.
But do you remember when I went to the doctor's once and the doctor was smoking a cigarette in front of me?
No, he wasn't.
Honestly, in my day, it's just the 8th time I've said that time, in my day, the doctors were allowed to puff. Do you know I nearly phoned you up the other day? Not phoned you up, but I nearly texted you.
You should have texted me.
I nearly texted you.
Why not?
Well, because I thought, I've not seen him for 8 months, and he won't.
What's he up to?
What are you up to?
Currently filming a programme about sex after marriage.
Get me a job! Huh? Sorry?
Who said that?
Yo, get me a job?
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
I'll tell you who Colin is, ladies and gentlemen. Colin is, the case was dropped, so I can't call him an offender. But we were driving in L.A. Was it L.A.?
It was L.A. indeed.
Because everyone else who worked on that was whatever, and we found the only 2 roundabouts in America. There are no roundabouts in America, there are 2. We found them, and it blew our minds.
It did. It's very odd how the way that kind of America stood still by the roundabout.
Yeah,
everyone's confused. People are spinning around, going crazy.
They were scratching their heads. They thought it was some kind of crazy time machine.
But I felt good how we navigated. We were like kings. Driving around it seamlessly.
Well, you were driving around. I refused to drive in America. It's an obscene country. It was what a ridiculous place.
And the valley.
Get me a job. Sorry.
Yeah, I can.
Can you?
I'll tell you what. Why don't I give you a bit of a beat and you can give me.
Oh no, I can't lay down. I can't lay down. But I can't lay down any lyrics. But do give us some of your excellent beatboxing.
LBC, Iain Lee. Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to record me some of them.
I know, I will. I promise next time, right, for next week, I'll record something and you can play it on air. You can play it on air.
Colin, it's lovely to talk to you, man.
You too, and hopefully you've lasted up to the news break.
Well, no, but I'll fill the last minute just explaining what a muppet you are.
All right.
Cheers,
I
mate.
look forward to it.
See you later. Bye-bye. Oh, that was a surprise. Halfway through that, I realised who that was, and he worked with me on the David Beckham thing in LA, and he refused to come and do the Prince William and Prince Harry in Las Vegas. A good call on his part, I think. A blooming good call. But he's good beatbox, isn't it? He can do all the beatbox. That was what inspired me to try and learn beatboxing a while ago, was that. Anyway. Oh, that's taken us very nicely up to the travel now. 0845 60 60 923. Andrew, are you just doing a Jagger?
Yeah, I can do honky-tonk women with the old electric guitar, mate.
Oh, go on, let's have it.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Gotta put the phone down.
Go on.
I met a gin-so barroom queen in Memphis. She tried to take me upstairs for a ride.
Oh, I've got to cut him off. I feel bad, but he was awful. It's the travel news now. It's Karen Mercer.
Well, if you're heading out onto the trains, there are alterations and cancellations on Heathrow Connect and Heathrow Express services. It's all because of engineering works, emergency engineering works in the South Hall area. On the tubes from 10 o'clock, that's in 15 minutes from now, the Victoria line is going to be suspended, and there'll be buses running instead between Walthamstow Central and Finsbury Park, and also between Victoria and Brixton. The M1, that's looking busy into town towards 8 for Hemel Hempstead. There was an accident which is now being recovered on the hard shoulder. Queues in both directions on Wembley High Road because of works outside the tube station, and in Boreham Wood, Elstree Way is closed between Newark Green and Manor Way, where they're doing some overnight works. It could make it a bit busier for you on the A1. That's part of the diversion route. In the city, the A10 Threadneedle Street is closed in both directions where a crane's working, and there are some temporary traffic lights to work your way through on the A24 Balham High Road, right at the old Devonshire Road junction. LBC 97.3 travel more throughout the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, this train is delayed. We don't know why or for how long.
Next time you get delayed, remember you can check out the latest travel news on your mobile phone. Just call 0901 723 6666 and choose Travel. Travel.
And the M25 in Essex has...
You can also select to hear news and weather updates too.
Store 0901 723 6666 into your mobile now and stay in touch with LBC wherever you are, whatever you're doing.
Calls cost 35 pence per minute from a BT landline. Other networks and mobile rates may vary.
News, weather and travel on the go from LBC.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
That's made my evening having Colin phone. What a lovely bloke. Right, last 15 minutes of the show. My Mick Jagger's getting worse as the show's going on. It started off actually sounding pretty decent in my head. Now it's sounding absolute guff. Give us a call. What are you talking about? Nights of Prosperity, delivery men, cinemas, throwing stuff at stages, and celebrating someone's birthday by putting a rubbish banner on a roundabout. Let's go to Harry. Hello, Harry.
Oh, hi.
You've got to do the Mick Jagger.
Oh, hello, Marion. Would you like another Mars bar, darling?
You sound like well, I won't say what you sound like. Anyway, Harry, what can I do for you?
Well, I can remember back in the 70s when the old Covent Garden Market was in Drury Lane. The Drury Lane Theatre used to have gigs on Sunday night. And we used to slip in the back door and watch the bands. We see quite a few good bands there. But one night, the Straubs was on. Do you remember them?
Rick Wakeman was in the Straubs, wasn't he?
Was he? I just remember We Won't Get Me, I'm Part of the Union.
You won't get me, I'm part of the union. Yes.
And so we decided to go out again and go to one of the old fruit and veg stands, which was outside, and get all cabbages and tomatoes and carrots.
Oh, no.
And we all went in there, about 15 of us, and we just bombarded the stage with it.
You bombarded the Straubs?
Yep, and we got bombarded back by them as well.
Why were you picking on the Straubs, apart from the fact they were rubbish?
Because we were bored.
Yeah.
We were young, and we wanted to have a laugh.
So you threw vegetables at a mediocre band?
Exactly.
And were they annoyed?
No, it was fun because they started throwing it back, so it wasn't that annoying.
Brilliant.
It turned into a good free-for-all.
Brilliant. Harry, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Cheers, mate. There we go. We are asking. We don't condone it. It's all very naughty. It's not good. But we are asking this evening, have you ever thrown anything at someone that's been on stage. Because, sometimes people are so cack that a boo or a slow hand clap, it's not enough. You need more than that. And what could be more damning of someone's performance than chucking something at them? Chris is in the East Dulwich. Hello, Chris.
Yay!
Whoa, hey, calm down.
Hey, I'm calm.
It's only LBC, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's my first call to a radio station.
Oh, right, Chris. Well, Chris, you have to do a Mick Jagger impression to get on tonight.
I don't even know who Mick Jagger is.
Excuse me?
I'm 16.
So what? That excuse doesn't work.
Mick Jagger's meant to be a 50-year-old man.
Have you heard of a man called Jesus Christ?
No. The education is really poor nowadays.
You know who Jesus Christ is?
No.
Right, we'll have to... If you can't do a Mick Jagger, Chris, I'm going to have to cut you off.
Okay, I can try to do, like, a Mick Jagger, Eminem kind of style.
What do you mean Eminem kind of style? Where's the connection?
You know that song, Baby, 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 I'm a rock star. No. Yeah, Mick Jagger, there you go.
It'll only do because we ain't got that many calls. Your point had better be flipping good, young man.
Well, you always talk about Japan being the greatest country in the world, yeah?
Well, I'd never actually said it's the greatest country in the world.
But it's the only other country you could think about living in.
Though it doesn't necessarily mean it's the greatest country in the world, but yes, I would like to live there one day. Tokyo is definitely the best city in the world, yes.
Well, anyway, yeah?
Yes.
But you always talk about Tokyo and stuff, but you never talk about the greatest thing about Japan.
Which is
the anime. They make the greatest animations of all time.
How old are you, Chris? You're 16, did you say?
Yeah.
Well, then, when you get a little bit older, you'll realise that the anime is not the greatest thing about Japan. It's not the greatest thing about it. It may be good, but it's not the greatest thing about Japan. It's the women.
That is, well...
This is from a man who's more than twice your age. It's the women.
Yeah.
But I'm not a massive fan of anime.
Why?
I've never really seen it, I'll be honest. I like Japanese horror films, but I've never really seen anime.
What? You go to Japan all the time. You must see it.
Well, no, I've only been to Japan once, and that was about 6 years ago.
But it's all around you.
Well, I managed to avoid it pretty much.
They are obsessed with anime in Japan.
Well, not as much as you think they are.
Woo! They have movies.
Yeah, they have movies. Yes.
Red carpet movies about animation.
Okay, well, that doesn't mean that everybody over there. Anime is very, very big over there, but you can walk around and not see an anime film. Definitely.
What?
Yes, it's possible to walk around Japan without seeing any anime movies.
You have just blown my mind.
Yeah, it's true. Guess what, Chris? When I was there, I did see one movie actually, but I can't say what it is on the radio. You
dirty boy.
No,
anyway,
well, the TV in the hotel room was broken. Anyway, but we recommend something to me, Chris.
Recommend something to you. Okay, I recommend Naruto.
Naruto?
Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, we're going to get at least 5 callers saying...
How many times... Well, I bet we get no calls saying they've heard of Naruto.
Okay, that's true, because you are lacking calls right now.
That's correct. That's why I'm talking to you for so long.
Also, I recommend Bleach.
Bleach?
Yes. That's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
And...
Oh, we've just got another call in. Richard in Putney.
Hi, Ian.
Richard, give us your Mick Jagger, please.
Right. I am Mick Jagger. I am Mick Jagger. But could we move on, please? Sorry.
Yes, we can.
All right. Sorry. Yeah, I know you're struggling, but
no. Do you know what? We're not struggling that much. Alan.
Hello, Ian.
Can I have your Mick Jagger, please?
I can't get no satisfaction.
Oh, jeez.
I know it's bad.
No, we're not. We're not struggling. We're not struggling that much. Now we're going to go to Andrew now. Andrew.
Hi. How are you?
Can you give me a Mick Jagger?
No, I don't know how to talk about him.
I'm going to have to cut you off then.
No, I just want to actually reply that guy that was saying he says it was...
No, Andrew, you can't come on unless you give me a Mick Jagger impression. I talks like that. I'm Mick Jagger.
I know I can do the Cockney. You all right, mate?
Sorry?
Is that what you want me to say?
So, I'll tell you, in that voice, can you just say, my name is Mick Jagger, I'm in the Rolling Stones?
My name is Mick Jagger.
That'll do.
Jerry Hall is my ex-wife.
There we go, you're doing it. Right, Andrew, what can I do for you?
Yeah, man, look, I was actually just replying that guy that was saying that, well, he's too young to know about Mick Jagger.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I don't want to spoil the fun here.
No, don't spoil the fun. Don't spoil the fun, though, because we're having so much fun. Don't spoil it.
The thing is...
Please. He's going to spoil it, isn't he?
Hello?
Yes?
Yeah, the thing that I want to say is that regarding British youngsters, they actually just don't know how to tap into their old music, you understand, which was great in the 70s and 80s.
Yes, yes.
Whereas you find a lot of the
80s.
Americans, when they produce some great albums, they go into their past, and you can find a 20 or 16-year-old kid saying that, oh yeah, I know about Michael Jackson, I know about Marvin Gaye, I know about the Stones. You know, they're not so embarrassed about it. What's wrong with them, man? What's their problem?
I think that people here realise that the Rolling Stones are rubbish.
No,
they are.
That's British treasure.
No, it's not British treasure. It's rubbish treasure. The Beatles are British treasure. They
were good boys, man. They were too good.
No. But the Rolling Stones were good boys. It was
my mom loved the Stones. My mom loved the Stones.
I couldn't care less. The Stones.
Women loved the Stones.
The Stones were
kind of like a rough edge, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it was all hype though. They weren't rough. They were. The Rolling Stones in real life were posher than the Beatles. They came from really well-to-do middle-class families.
Yeah, but they kept on a good act.
Well, exactly. It's an act. That's all it is. An act.
But you know, one group I loved in the 70s.
Was it the Bay City Rollers? Shawaddy Waddy.
Not the best.
The Straubs.
I like this group. What's the name of this group now?
Boney M.
Not Boney M. You just made me lose my train of thought.
Oh, your train of thought. Did he just say, you've made me lose my train of thought? He did, didn't he? You said train of thought.
Yeah.
Well done, you. Well,
I'm trying to remember.
Get your train of thought back.
Yeah, you know Toto. You remember Toto?
I do. I'm aware of Toto.
I
yes.
love this song. That song on Africa.
What song did Foreigner do?
It was so popular in Africa in those days.
Good. What song did Foreigner do?
Foreigner. I remember it, but I know the group you're talking about.
Were they More Than a Feeling? Was Foreigner More Than a Feeling?
Yeah.
Because we've been offered Foreigner, and I said no thanks. They're rubbish. Andrew, I've got to go.
No problem.
Thank you. It's Mick Jagger, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello, Mick.
All right, now, can I tell you a fact?
It really is Mick Jagger as well. This is fantastic. Go on.
Yeah, let me give you a fact, Sunshine.
Yes.
Right, in April, we did 20 shows at Wembley.
Yes.
Which equated to 100 million tickets.
Right.
They went on sale at midday.
Yes.
And were sold out by 1 minute past midday. 100 million tickets sold out in less than a minute.
Wow.
So you say people don't like the Stones.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying people do like the Stones, but but your band, the Rolling Stones, sir, is overrated and rubbish.
Man, I'm a powerful man, right? And I am taking your show off air at 10 o'clock because I've had enough.
Well, that happens anyway, Mick.
All right, no, it's happening because I am taking you off the air at 10.
Well, what are you going to replace me with at 10?
I'll get a Clive Bull.
You reckon, do you?
Clive Bull is a huge Stones fan, man. After every gig, he waits for me.
Well, let's see if that happens, shall we, Mick Jagger?
Get off.
You get off.
Get off the radio.
Get off my show, Mick Jagger.
Up yours.
I can only apologise for Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones there, and his filthy potty. What a rude man he is. That's why I don't like them. What a rude, vaguely obnoxious man he is. That's why I'm not a fan. Oh dear, we can all calm down a little bit now. So, if you missed today's show, it sounded vaguely like this. Oku is post office.
So what is it? Why do you think everybody's going to poison you?
The famous Mike Mendoza
True story.
donut incident of 1986.
It's meant to be Welsh, not kind of any kind of East European. I never get nothing nice from my or presenter.
Eki is station.
Are you testing me now?
Yep.
But I really like the bit where they explode Canary Wolf.
Oh. CD player is CD player. Yeah. Everyone that calls in has to do a Mick Jagger impression.
I'm Mick Jagger here. It's not Mick Jagger at all. I can't get the nasally bit.
Oh, do you want to tell us any more about it?
I think her name was Trisha.
How are you?
It's all right letting yourself go.
You sound more like Zippy. Harry, can you do a Mick Jagger impression for me?
Talking about my king.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant.
LBC, Ian Lee.
He's good, isn't he?
That was absolutely disgusting. Turn off. Seriously, turn off. I don't want you listening to this programme.
I could do Mick Jagger. Oh, that voice is giving me nightmares. Hello, Jason.
I love you, mushy pea.
Okay, but that's scary. And finally, it's H-Boy.
What's up?
Sorry?
What's up?
Oh, he's saying what's up. Don't worry, you don't need to press that done button. Not a lot, boss. I've got to go in a minute.
Right, I got a quick word on the roundabout thing.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Right, how about sponsoring a roundabout?
Okay.
There's a sign up.
Yeah.
In this roundabout in Harrow, it says sponsor a roundabout like £10 a month.
£10 a month?
And you can like garden it and water it.
I don't want to garden it. Can I put pictures of me on there?
Yeah, you could get what's his name, Mike Mendoza to garden it for you.
H-Boy, thank you very much for that. And on that note, we shall leave. Clive Bull is up next. Mick Jagger seems to have got his way, as he always does. I'm back tomorrow at 7. I'm doing the full week this week. That's unusual for me. 08459 60 973, nearly. If you want to call Clive Bull. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
At 10, court hears about the moment Menezes was shot.